San Antonio's Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins 31-21 behind Josh Allen's 3 touchdown passes. The Dallas Cowboys are in Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. You can catch the game live on San Antonio Sports Star, pregame at 2:30. Friday Night Lights are in action, and we have your high school football game of the week on San Antonio Sports Star. Tonight at 7, Sotomayor takes on O'Connor. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. More like what? Friday.
Yeah.
That's right. We've made it, friends. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
That's Loverboy.
Partying.
No, we're working for the week.
No, this is partying.
Oh,
Yeah, looking forward to the weekend.
See, my generation, we had a Loverboy song.
Yesterday was
Working for the
Thursday.
weekend. Yeah.
I don't want this weekend to end. Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. And, we come off a lovely victory last night for the Buffalo Bills.
You're properly adorned.
Thank
in your
you.
Weird buff. What is that?
That's the hat that Josh Allen drew. He drew. They asked him to create a hat for like all the little cancer kids to raise money.
Oh,
And
that's the best he could do. Huh?
that's his bill. They call it the billustration.
Uh-huh.
And he drew it, and
I had not noticed how.
Basically what they do is he gave hats to all these kids at the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And
Were they sad when they saw it?
no, it was
Oh,
like
no.
so it's this hat but white,
Uh-huh.
and then all the kids decorate it,
Then they auction it.
and then at the end of it he autographs it. He puts the final score of the game, one for each game, and they auction it off. And he's raising. I mean, this
Imagine.
dude's making millions of dollars for these sad ass
Maybe
kids.
he
and
could take some drawing lessons.
I think this was strong work.
Kind of an impressionist view. It looks more like a pig.
What?
I would have said
That's clearly a
That-
charging buffalo.
no, that's clearly a.
Hold on.
I would say pig.
What do you think, Vic?
Looks like a sheep.
Okay,
Well, hold on. Yeah.
that's a
sheep.
raging buffalo.
That's a raging buffalo.
It's a raging buffalo.
That is a
absolutely.
bison, right?
That's right.
It's a bison.
That's right.
All right, well,
Raging even.
The bison did it.
Bills didn't rage last night, but they did enough
They
to get
did
the
it.
job
They
done.
got enough done. They
Like I
did.
said, man, I told you
It was a
before,
slog.
I expected Miami to come out and give their best effort. And, listen, the Bills were without Ed Oliver, without Matt Milano,
And
the
that's
center of their
understandable.
defense.
And they got punched in the teeth, and it looked like they were about to run away with it there in the second. And what was it? They moved the ball, and they got 2 touchdowns consecutively, and
Yep.
really looked like they were going to take hold. And then something just kind of, I don't know, just kind of eased up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wow.
They weren't super crisp last night.
Are you
especially
concerned about wide receivers at all?
no.
No. Okay.
I'm
I'm
they're
not
just,
saying that you don't have any.
they've just got a bunch of B-list guys.
Yeah,
That's-
not a
that's
guy
all.
that you can go, just go get open and let me get you the ball.
Yeah, I like honestly the best play a wide receiver made yesterday for the Bills was the very first offensive play of the game for the Bills. They were down 7-0. They got the ball and Josh threw down the sideline to Keon Coleman,
Right.
and the guy was like holding Keon Coleman by the collar the whole play. And Keon still went up with one
Yeah, it was a
hand
good
and
one.
almost caught it, and they threw a flag, but so it didn't count for any yards. But it was a
Good throw. No one was looking downfield, and I don't know if what happened defensively was just allowed to where nobody was allowed to get open last night, and they reffed it that way both sides. It was a dink and dunk kind of game. Edwin came in and said, what was the average yard per completion or yards per pass was like 1.5 combined.
Jeez.
I mean, it's just little dink and dunk passes all night long.
Allen was 7.6 yards per completion. Tua 4.3.
That's per completion. I'm talking about per pass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Tua didn't. Well, Josh only missed 4 passes.
I was going to
last
say,
night.
Josh looked pretty brilliant. I mean,
Yeah.
he ran a game plan that was effective. But I also say that for Miami. But they could run the ball yesterday because no Ed Oliver. And I think that opened up a little bit more offense than I expected for them to be able to bring because there just wasn't any answer inside the tackles.
Tua didn't have 100 yards until his 26th pass.
Dink, dunk, dink, dunk, dink, dunk, dink, dunk. Because he can't drive the ball downfield, and he's not mobile. They are so limited at quarterback. I mean, there's just not a lot that offense can do because if he's flushed, he's done. He just can't drive it more than about 5 yards to the edge of the field. It's just not in him.
And the Bills they did a good job of, again,
they did enough
running the football. And
they did enough. I don't know.
You start giving me 6 yards per carry, you're going to win a lot of football games that way. And it's it's not always pretty, but James Cook, 108 yards on 19 carries. I'll take that every day.
It was an effective, if not, it was spectacular.
It was a workmanlike. It was a hard hat win.
So that's 2 in a row, but those are conference wins, so I guess you should expect stuff like that.
I still will not give you that last week was a hard hat win. They won by 20 points on the road.
They looked the same this week. They looked the same. It looked to me like there's just something not quite there. It's week 2, I guess.
It's funny. Last week, I thought they just dominated defensively last week.
I'm only talking about the offense.
Okay, but last week, they didn't need to even try to let their offense break out. This week, there were moments where it's like I'd like to see them open up a little bit more.
I really did. That second quarter when they scored 2 straight touchdowns was really nothing in the way. I mean, bam, bam, bam. I thought, well, here we go, and then it just kind of frittered away. And a lot of it's, we'll give some credit to Miami. I mean, they were fighting for their coach's life.
Yeah,
and ran the ball far better than I thought they were going to be able to run.
And then I don't know if Terrell Bernard will have an easier game sealing interception than the one that he had. He's just he's like, oh,
hey, thanks.
Are you do you think I'm on your team? Pretty bad decision there by Tua, and it's a 3-0.
I'll tell you, watching that game, I have so much more respect for McDaniel today than I did yesterday. Because he's got Tua sucks, man.
I told you, but you know what? But don't feel bad for him. He chose Tua.
I know he chose him, but his arm is weak. He's not mobile.
I say he chose him. He didn't choose to draft him, but he
built
said,
an offense around him.
He said, "I want this guy to get paid. Let's pay him and make this thing work."
Everything we're going to do is he's going to be the hub to the spokes. He's going to do, and he's lost every skill set that McDaniel was brought in to highlight. He can't do anything.
Yeah, he's terrible.
Why? I don't understand. Because they're so limited offensively, I guess, and because McDaniel's ass is hanging off the cliff. I don't know why he's not playing another quarterback. I mean, if your offense is predicated on 4-yard flat passes, I mean, if that's what the best you can come up with,
yeah.
Then you need to find another arm.
I mean, well, when you're trying to hold on to your job, the last thing you want to say, hey, this guy that is getting paid top 10 money,
sit
he's
his
no
ass
good.
Down. And you got Tyreek Hill bitching because he knows his quarterback can't. The moment he gets 10 yards downfield, he knows he's not getting the ball.
You know who their backup quarterback is.
I don't care. I don't care. He goes, you loses the rest, you go draft. Maybe there's somebody in the draft that you like, but this dude.
I'm sure Mike McDaniel had moments where he looked over and when he's frustrated with Tua, and then he sees Zach Wilson sitting there, and he goes, "No."
Probably. But that's where McDaniels finds himself because he has to throw about 8 pages out of his playbook every time they look down the field. Like, no, I can't run that. No, I can't run that. Can't do that.
Yeah.
Okay, flat pass to A-Chain on 2.
Yeah, it's ugly right now for Miami. I'm not sure.
Well, he'll live to coach another day.
I think so too. I think he will. I would say that, like I said, they fought valiantly last night.
Well, and if he gets fired, it won't be necessarily because of the losses. It's because he relied on the wrong dude, and I don't trust you.
Yeah.
If I trust you to pick the next quarterback, we get another Tua. And you didn't coach him up. And granted, a lot of this is injury issues, but. He's a dead man walking. It's just a matter of time. I don't see how he's going to manage to turn this team around. I don't know where it comes from.
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. Schedule's about to open up for him, and maybe that's –
it's not about wins right now to me. I mean, it's just what are we trying to do here? I see the red light in front of me. I can see it. We're not there yet, but I see the end of this.
You lose at home to the Jets next week. Now I don't know that you can save that guy.
No, and you look
because that
objectively,
would be,
you go, it's possible.
you'd lose 3 straight games in division.
Yeah,
you're fired. You got to be fired, I think.
And while he lived, like I said, he lives to coach another day, and it was a valiant effort. And I'll give him credit for game plan. They picked the scab that Buffalo had. They didn't have their interior lineman and a linebacker, and they ran the ball on him. That's good coaching. So you get to stay to coach another week.
I think the worst thing for him is his next game is on Monday Night Football, so it's another nationally televised game. Like I said, you lose on Monday Night Football to the Jets.
Yeah, it's ugly. Although nobody will see it. By halftime, we'll all be gone.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be so boring.
I'm trying to get to bed early
we'll
that night.
We'll be asleep after a pretty good Sunday night.
I'm trying to get to bed early that night. But, yeah, it's just like I said, a hard hat win.
Gritty win. Gritty, hard-fought win.
And I'll certainly take it. Man, we've got so much football to talk today. We got all the college games to dig through. We got a bunch of NFL games to break into. We'll certainly talk the Cowboys game coming up this weekend. We'll qualify someone else for the stat is right. I got a couple pairs of tickets to give away. I got pairs to Cage the Elephant and In This Moment. A couple shows at the Boeing Center down there at Techport. Lot to get into today. Lots of action. Vic, good morning.
Good morning.
Vic.
Yeah.
Again,
I snuck out and to get tacos.
Yeah, and you hit the numbers.
I hit numbers yesterday.
Vic is so rich.
Yeah.
Man. You're flea bottom rich, baby.
Yeah.
He's got more money than me. Richer than I am.
That's right.
He's like crusty. Oh man, yeah. Vic hit the numbers on the lotto. What'd you pull out of that thing?
130.
130. Oh man.
I got 3 numbers and a power, and if I would have got one more, I would have got $300,000.
Oh man, you would have left your wife so fast.
Oh, instantly.
He'd have left us too. We'd have never seen Vic again.
I'd be driving to Austin to the lottery place, and then you wouldn't see me.
Oh, Vic, we'd show up the next. I don't know.
Edwin will be in all next week.
I don't know that you could run away to the middle of nowhere on 300K, but Vic would definitely show up driving a big F-150. He'd be
no, an Impala.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He wouldn't tell us what happened, but there'd be signs.
Yeah,
there would be big signs.
Yeah.
Yes, there
Is that
would.
a new grill you got there, Vic?
That's right.
All right, friends. Let's take our first break of the day. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at Loop 410 westbound just past I-10 with 2 right lanes blocked. Bit of a delay is going to start right at Vance Jackson. On 410 westbound just past Broadway, 2 right lanes still blocked with an accident. That's got you a bit slow from Nacogdoches. The stall at 35 southbound O'Connor, northeast side of town, that has been moved off a main lane, now off to the shoulder. 35 upper level, northbound Laredo Street to Alamo. We've got some ongoing road work. Only the 2 left lanes are open to take you to the lower level. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportsstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportsstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radios.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off. Free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Bubba, what happened to that rich girl you were seeing? I'm still broken up about that. I really am. I think she was probably wealthy.
All right.
She had one boob.
What?
Now, there's an interesting detail.
She has one boob?
One boob. Laura, how many boobs do you have?
I have 2.
He's not interested. Go ahead, Bob.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show, Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first, then buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more, and you get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, You can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Everybody wants some man's.
Woo!
That's us. That's us Gen Xers.
I like to dance like the the clown sprinkler when you're a little kid.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of it. you kind of found it.
Isn't it funny to think about that, like, when we were kids, like, playing in the sprinkler was like something
that was a highlight.
That was like
a big
man,
deal.
Yeah.
Dad, can I go out and play in the sprinkler?
I'm gonna tear up the yard.
Oh man! And you got to think what, like, I grew up on a like acreage where my dad was growing pallet grass, and we had those big ass.
Was it regular? Yeah. Was it gray water or was it just well water?
It was just well water. Yeah. But I mean,
cool.
Like. Those things, it was powerful.
Oh, dude.
Those sprinklers,
I played in those.
You could get knocked down by those bad boys. That was awesome when I was a kid, man. God, kids now are spoiled. Got to have PlayStation 5, bro. I had a sprinkler. I had the clown sprinkler whose arms went like this.
Let me tell you something. If I had a PlayStation 5 when I was 10 years old, I don't know what would have happened. You'd never see me again. I'd have morphed into some kind of super futuristic human with like hunched over, just holding my controller. I mean, think of the technology. We didn't. If we'd had access to that kind of crap, you think we'd have been outside setting fires?
Probably not. Probably not.
I'd have been playing games like they do.
But even when I had like Atari and Nintendo, I was still like,
oh yeah, but
play a little bit. But I still wanted to go out and do stuff.
I'm just saying, you could sit now in those like the goggles and immerse yourself in a game.
Oh yeah,
dude, I get it.
Willy Waterbug is what it was
Willy
called. I was
Waterbug.
trying to remember. It's like I remember seeing it at Kmart,
and then hoses that would flip around.
Yeah, and I remember telling my mom, "I want that. I want that."
Or with the slip and slide.
Yeah,
that
had
Think about that. There was a time where you were begging your mom for a sprinkler.
Yeah. Hey.
Different times, Bubba.
Yeah.
Different times. I'm curious your thoughts, Rob. Joe says the Bills are overrated.
No, they're not overrated.
Their defense is going to be the reason they lose.
Well, they were hurt yet, and I think a lot had to do with missing Ed Oliver. And
Matt
picked
Milano is like,
oh yeah,
he's the heart of their defense.
The running game was obviously available, and Mike McDaniel's, game plan for it. It worked.
Yeah.
So it kind of set the Bills on their heels. Only thing that worries me about Buffalo is the lack of a playmaker on the edge. But you've got such a great playmaker at quarterback. He makes up for the fact that there's only one guy, I think, on this team that can really go get open, and I think it's Khalil. I think that's the kid that can just go get open, and it's going to take a little bit for them, I guess, to get on the same page. And I think once that's there, this offense is going to run fine, because I'll tell you what, Cook is a tough runner. He doesn't look like he is, but the dude can run between the tackles. And that was enough last night. It was enough for 2 games in a row to kind of carry a passing game that is just dominated by Josh Allen's ability to just move the ball. I mean, the ball just matriculates forward. It's not pretty and it's not deep, but the ball moves forward when he's playing quarterback.
I don't know if the Bills are overrated, because I think most people accept that the Bills aren't they're probably not the best team in football. I think that by the end of the season, just because their schedule plays out the way it does and the fact that they already beat the Ravens, they'll probably end up with the best record in the AFC.
Well, and they need that. That's the playing at home all year, all playoffs going to matter.
It's huge. But I make no mistake, I still think like if the Bills slip up and the Bills have to go play in Baltimore in a playoff game or have to go play at Kansas City, I don't think the Bills are better than those teams. I don't think they're better enough that they can go on the road and beat them. So I think the Bills are a top 5 team.
They are.
I think
I just want them to look better. I just want them to look like, oh my goodness, you're almost there, man.
Yeah, I don't think they're that.
Maybe not. Maybe that's the thing, because I just think if they're like a one play away from, it looked like they were going to be able to hang 28. Like every time they touched the ball in the first half, there was no Miami one. Was just kind of a speed bump. It was whatever they wanted. It was 8-yard little short dink and dunks, but they were turning into 20-yard gash plays just because they were effective. It was a well-called half of football. And then it just kind of dried. Even though there were 17 points in the second half, in the fourth quarter, it wasn't like they didn't do nothing. Or 10 points in the fourth quarter. It wasn't like they didn't do anything. They did. But it just felt disjointed. I don't know how to define it. But you know what? I felt the same way about Kansas City all year last year.
That's just what they did.
Dude, that's what happens when you have an MVP. You don't got to do much. Your MVP will get you where you need to go.
And your in those games where you need him, that's when your MVP shows up. And that's what happened in the Baltimore game. The Bills needed a miraculous fourth quarter from Josh, and they got it.
So maybe that's enough. Well, not maybe. It is enough a lot. Look at what Kansas City's done. But I just wanted to see one of those Buffalo performances that I feel like Allen's capable of, where they just roll up some buckets on a team and have a good time doing it from a lot of different angles. And we haven't seen that yet.
I think for now, I think the Bills are really good. I don't think. And first of all, I don't know that there is like a great team in the NFL this year. I don't know that there's a juggernaut team.
Nothing that scares me. There's a lot of solid football teams.
I agree, and I think the Bills are in that group.
Yeah, now Green Bay could convince me in a couple of weeks.
But that's the thing. Like, we've seen 2 games of Green Bay. Nobody thought of Green Bay as like an elite tier team coming into the season.
Well, once they picked up Micah, we felt like there's some momentum. But if they win this weekend, they take care of the Cowboys next. Now we're talking. They got some credentials to bring it, and they might convince me. They had the best single game I've seen.
Yeah, maybe so.
But maybe not as a sum total, because that's sum total. Everybody seems about equal.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, hell, the Lions last week looked really good, but they came off a loss. Yeah. There's and you know who else has looked really impressive so far is the Chargers. I mean, that's another team that's kind of, man, they like to go and beat the Chiefs week 1 and then go to the Raiders and really just dominate on the road a division game. And if they win this weekend, they're 3-0 in that division.
Yeah, they look like, and it's not like this weekend has a bunch of tough football games, but it has a bunch of games that will be able to define who these teams are. They'll prove either the negative or the positive this week.
Well, let's start digging through some of that schedule on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working trouble spots at Loop 410 westbound just past I-10 with 2 right lanes blocked. Bit of a delay is going to start right at Vance Jackson. On 410 westbound just past Broadway, 2 right lanes still blocked with an accident. That's got you a bit slow from Nacogdoches. The Staller 35 southbound O'Connor, northeast side of town, that has been moved off a main lane, now off to the shoulder. 35 upper level northbound Laredo Street to Alamo. We've got some ongoing road work. Only the 2 left lanes are open to take you to the lower level. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. Business owners can now keep in touch with up to 200 staff members at one time. Go to rapidradios.com now for up to 60% off and free shipping.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1076. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1076. That's 800-575-1076. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025, Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 and monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in DC.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
That guy pulled out in front of me out of nowhere. The police are on their way, but I'm really shaken up.
Don't worry. We're going to get you taken care of. You made the right call.
I'm Jeff Davis. If you've been hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck, call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. We're ready to help day or night, and there's no fee unless we win.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a Football Friday. We're going to be live from Ferris Stadium for a big high school matchup.
And we'll get you ready for the big matchups this weekend in college football and, of course, Cowboys-Bears on Sunday.
And the Texans, can they get a win at Jacksonville?
They need one.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Cowboys from Hell with your hosts, Axeman and the Bobcat. Take it away, boys, and try to keep it clean.
Good morning, everybody. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1. Yeah!
That's not what the promo said.
Cowboys from Hell on 94.1, San Antonio's rock star.
They look down on their radio or at their app. I go, hey, did I hit a button?
Good morning, you soft-ass bitches. No one will be as hard as Axeman and the Bobcat. Yeah, and Torta Man. Yeah. DJ Torta Man on the other side. Came through with the tacos today. What a guy. What a guy. All right, let's start looking at the schedule for this week and see which of these games jump off the page. The Texans play an early one. They are at Jacksonville.
This is a good football game, man.
Texans might be in desperation mode.
This is going to be a good football game for that reason.
If the Texans fall to 0-3, oh man, the heat is going to be up. And I've been asking this question: what are the Texans going to do if this version of C.J. Stroud is the real version of C.J. Stroud?
We don't know yet. They don't have an offensive line to give us any kind of barometer as to what CJ's capable of because he runs for his life. So the answer is I don't know. They don't know either.
No. But the Texans got to start winning some games or the pressure's going to be turned up on all those guys. Hey, Vic, where is Kitty Big Balls? Antonio's asking on the thing.
I hadn't noticed.
This damn pledger keeps hiding him every day. He's got to appease his I got to appease. Jason Mix will be mad at me if I do. God, man. Have some balls, Pledge. Have some balls. Tell Jason Minix to grow up. Quit being a little baby.
I'm trying to figure out where he was.
He hides him in the.
Well, no, I'm like up on the shelf. So.
Oh yeah, he goes right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Right here with the Coyotes celebrating his championships. Yeah. No. Welcome back, Kitty. All right. Yeah, you guys need to here's the key. When you guys, if those of you who are also on the Brigade Bar when the Blitz happens, go ask them, why do you keep hiding Kitty Big Balls? Ask them every day, multiple times a day. Like say, why can't you just have Kitty Big Balls in the studio? And they'll eventually they'll have to come around. They'll have to come around. All right, back to this Texans team. The Jags have been, I would say, kind of up and God, the Jags should be 2-0. That loss to the Bengals is just a violent kick in the balls kind of loss in a game that they controlled really from start to finish. But that's also they've beat the Panthers, who stink, and they almost beat the Bengals with a backup quarterback for more than half the game. So I don't know where the Jags stand.
Yeah, this is going to be a good football game.
I think so too. The Texans
it might not be a pretty game.
Texans opened up as favorites. Jags are now favored by 1.5. I like Jacksonville. I mean,
I like the team with the back against the wall. I'm just going to stay there until I know exactly who Houston is. But I feel like they're going to give us a game like Miami did last night. I think they're going to give everything they got, or because I hope they know that 0-3 is a hole that this team isn't capable of digging out of.
Well, you got to considering that the Colts play the Titans this weekend. If the Texans lose, they're going to be three games out of first place.
You can't, and you're not going to be a wild card coming out of this.
There's no wild cards in that division.
It sucks to be out of it after the third week, and you hope springs eternal that something will happen, that the Colts will colt and come back to the crowd. But no, you can't afford this. So I think that if the Texans don't come into it with this kind of sense of urgency, like I hate to say it, but your season could be over in September if we don't get this. Then they deserve to be where they'll be on Monday.
I tend to agree. Green Bay is at Cleveland.
I hope they're
the Browns are 8-point underdogs at home. I kind of like Cleveland in this game. I like them to at least keep it close. Here's why. That Ravens score from last week is very, very deceptive. The Browns were in that game pretty much the whole way through.
Yeah.
Until the last, 4 or 5 minutes, and then it turns into blowout city. But I feel like the Browns, and by the way, the Browns held the Ravens. So the Ravens scored 41 points last week. They had 242 yards of total offense. The Ravens did. The Browns defense might be legit.
Yeah, no, they're not bad. They're not bad.
Because, the week before they held a fully healthy Joe Burrow Bengals to, 17 points or whatever? Now their offense sucks. The Browns' offense is dreadful. And I don't know that it's getting better, but their defense is good enough, I think to keep them in some games.
Might help them get close to covering, but that's the ceiling here. That is – and at some point, the defense can't do it anymore. We're not there yet. There's still week 3. This is a fresh defense who still thinks, we can do enough to keep us close because they have been close. But at some point, you're going to realize that this offense ain't going to do much, and the defense isn't that good. And suddenly we're trying out backup quarterbacks. So they're not there yet. Cleveland's still got some fight in them. But Green Bay, I expect to roll in there and kind of put them in their place.
And Green Bay, remember, this is coming off 2 games at home against other perceived NFC playoff teams in Detroit and Washington and really handling their business. Now they've got a game on deck at Dallas.
Yeah, I hope they're looking past.
If you were to say there's got to be a spot where the Packers take a breath, this is take a breath spot.
That's what I said. Yeah, if you're a Cleveland fan, you better hope they're looking past and see the Dallas roadie coming up and all that's required for 2 straight roadies and one that heads into a conference hated team. And then we got the Micah thing rolled into it. So Green Bay, if they're doing this properly, should just roll in there and click through it because they don't have to worry about being outscored. It gives you a little bit more comfort. But I just can't imagine Cleveland doing anything more than hovering around 6-8 points behind.
I do think that happens. I think Cleveland can hang. I think they lose, but I think they can hang in this. See, Joe says Ravens Browns the same comp as Bills versus Miami, but you praise the Bills. Okay, AJ, I didn't. I guess if we're talking about the yardage thing, and he's talking about what I was saying about the yardage from last week against the Jets. The Jets won. The Bills won by 20 points, and they had plenty of yards. This is a game where the Ravens won by 24 points and didn't dominate the yards.
Cleveland. They smashed Cleveland. But they did. You're right.
The scoreboard smashed them, but play-by-play and watching the game, it was not a blowout game. The Ravens didn't do what they wanted.
You must have seen. You saw more than I did. I saw the score, and it was exactly what I expected.
If all you do is see the score, they kick their ass.
And so I didn't dive any deeper because it was exactly what I expected to see. That there's just too much coming at Baltimore, and Cleveland's playing with one arm behind their back.
And I'm not praising Cleveland.
I'm
praising that Cleveland is doing they're doing a better job defensively than their results are saying they're doing. I don't know if they're ever going to be able to score 20 points in a week, and that's going to be a real. I don't think Cleveland's good. I just think their defense is maybe a little bit underrated based on people just seeing the score from last week and going, well, Cleveland, their defense is trash. They're not that bad. The only thing Baltimore did last week was Lamar did some Lamaring, and that's going to be hard for anybody to stop. But if I told you the Cleveland Browns held Derrick Henry to 23 rushing yards.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that's not
why
a,
when
that's
I
not
saw
a
the
good
score, I thought, my God, they blew them out and everybody sat.
No.
Because Lamar didn't have numbers, Henry didn't have numbers.
Derrick Henry had 2.1 yards per carry. Like, I mean, if you can do that on defense, you're in the game.
But they scored, what, 30?
They scored 41.
Yeah, and that offense has done it twice. That's why I just assumed this was a beatdown, because look at the final. But
yeah,
I'm not going to give Cleveland too much credit, and I have a sense that we're getting real close to the edge of the try-hard stage of the season, because we're going to have to eventually see some of these quarterbacks play.
All right, let's take a break. We'll keep digging into these NFL games coming up for Week 3. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
The Fall Golf Classic. Off Pat Booker Road. Mad The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
Gomez Law Firm has been fighting for the rights of San Antonians for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. What is something you see often as a personal injury attorney and protecting your clients?
The one thing we always see without fault in a case is that the insurance company will always reach out to them soon after the collision, and they try to get them to agree to a low settlement. They try to get them to agree to signing a piece of paper. They want them essentially to sign their rights away without ever even consulting with an attorney, right? In the grand scheme of things, if you sign a piece of paper, you're signing your future interest away. So that's why it's so important to call the Gomez Law Firm, because we make sure we protect your rights, and you're not signing your life away, you're not signing your rights away.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then call the Gomez Law Firm first. 210-736-4040 or visit joegomezlaw.com. Protect your family and protect your rights.
And remember, Gomez Law Fights.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
This college football season, the Crunch Time Hero of the Week is brought to you by PorkRinds.com, the nation's premier hub for pork rind lovers everywhere. Each week, a college player will post on Instagram, and each share over a 2-week period equals a $1 donation to the Archer Foundation, which helps families who are dealing with DIPG, DMG, pediatric brain cancer. Giving back with the perfect snack to celebrate those big Crunch Time plays. Find your rind at PorkRinds.com or find Southern Recipe pork rinds at HEB.
New Beyond Raw Lit V2 pre-workout. GNC's #1 pre-workout. Now with harder hitting energy, an intense mind-body connection, and enhanced endurance support. This isn't just pre-workout, it's precision engineering for your body. Turbocharge your workout with new Beyond Raw Lit V2. Available now at GNC and GNC.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers.
all so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Sports fans, listen up. 1 in 8 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer, and bladder leaks can be a side effect. That's why Depend is teaming up with the Prostate Cancer Foundation to encourage screening. Because health is a long game, and it's yours to win. Now here's the cool part. Through November, Depend is contributing up to $300,000 to prostate cancer research by donating 25 cents for every purchase of Depend shields, guards, and Real Fit products. Void in Mississippi. Learn more at Depend.com.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
I want to lick you from your head to your toes.
Oh, yeah. Nice big torta toes.
Yeah. Want to move from the bed down to the floor. C-Note says, come on, AJ. Ravens smashed Cleveland.
They did.
I mean, if the final score is, and some people will say the final score is all that matters. And in that case, they did. But the Ravens had 80 yards in the first half of that game. It was a one-score game at halftime. And really, it was a one-score game in the fourth quarter. Ravens are driving down to make it a one-score game. It's 20-10. And Joe Flacco fumbles. They return it 86 yards or whatever for a touchdown. The game swings right there. And then from then on, the Browns are going for it on fourth down in their own territory, and then the game opens up. But for most of that game, I'm saying the Ravens didn't. The Ravens dominated the last 6 minutes of the game. Yeah, but for most of that game, it was a competitive game. And
the Browns have the number 1 rush defense in the league.
I'll take that, man. If you can hold Green Bay. If you can make Green Bay offensively one-dimensional, I think they can make it close, is all I'm saying. Cleveland sucks in general. Joe Flacco's their quarterback. Their ceiling is obviously extremely limited, but I don't think they're as bad as the results so far would indicate. The Colts at the Titans, this is another team. I don't think the Colts are as good as the early results indicate.
There's no way they're as good as
they can't be.
Well,
the problem is I do worry that the Titans are really bad. And
no, the Colts are going to be 3-0.
I think so, too.
They're going to be 3-0. The Texans need to realize that as they get ready. The Colts are going to be 3-0.
Yeah. Daniel Jones has done a good job so far. It's been helped by the fact that Jonathan Taylor looks like
he's back.
Peak Jonathan Taylor. They've got Tyler Warren, their rookie tight end, is balling out. He's done very, very well so far. On the other side, I don't want to. I mean, listen, it's tough. A rookie quarterback in the NFL, and like the expectation that we've now seen in the last 2 years with CJ and Jane Daniels that rookie quarterbacks can come in and just dominate. Cam Ward's not that. He's not going to be that.
Well, and the team's not set up for him to do that. They're terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, they're New England bad.
It's pretty rough.
When Drake arrived. Doesn't mean it won't get better, but they got there's no help there.
But I also think that they've got a dopey Nepo hire at head coach. I just think they're limited as a team. Maybe Cam Ward gets good. It's just right now he is a body. He's a warm body on the field, that ain't enough.
I ain't passing judgment yet. I don't know.
Again, I think the Colts win. I don't think that they are, and people are going to start going 3-0. Daniel Jones.
No,
let's slow.
Who's going to say
dude,
that?
people are already talking about Daniel Jones, the reclamation project of Daniel Jones.
Well, it does feel a little Sam Darnold-ish. Well, I'm just saying this does feel a little Sam Darnold-ish.
It does.
You might ride a wave of a
But no one believed it about Sam Darnold after 2 games either.
I mean,
it took a while.
But no, that's why we're looking back and going, this feels kind of like what Sam Darnold was after week 2. Wait a minute, this guy's winning football games.
Let's just remember, we have years and years of film that says Danny Jones sucks. Let's not let 2 games of him being a respectable football player.
It's going to be 3 games suddenly.
Well, plenty more to get into, including the backup of the battle of backup quarterbacks, the battle of the bastards from Game of Thrones. We'll also talk Rams-Eagles, maybe the game of the week, and, of course, Cowboys. All that and plenty more coming up the next hour. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Rapid Radio.
Rapid Radios are instant push-to-talk walkie-talkies offering national LTE coverage and no subscription ever. A great alternative to a mobile phone for your kids. For a limited time, go to rapidradios.com and you'll get 60% off, free UPS shipping. Add code radio and get an extra 5% off.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolfpack.
These guys around the country made a fan page for us. So, Rico Suave, what is it that stimulated you about our program?
It's a love of the show, man.
What would you like to see us do more of since you're a P1 listener?
Girls on trampolines during the break. They're pre-K.
Man.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Flight by Yingling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Don't you agree that it's a wonderful thing to save a dog's life? I certainly do, and I invite you to go to puppyfoodbank.org and make a $15 a month donation right now. Do it now, and Thomas J. Henry will generously match all charitable donations made this month online at puppyfoodbank.org. It's your chance to help save thousands of pets in our community, so please give a little to help save little guys like you. So please go to puppyfoodbank.org right now, and they'll send you a very nice gift.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Stop wasting money on hard water costs. Go get yourself a Connecticut water system. It's one of the few household appliances that pays for itself. These things are quiet, efficient, reliable, and non-electric. But the best part is you'll save money when you own a Connecticut water softener. Connecticut water softeners are specifically designed to solve virtually any water problem you may have. Living in the hill country, you folks have some serious hard water that costs you major money in cleaning supplies and wear and tear on your appliances. Plus, Connecticut water softeners are guaranteed to remove more impurities and perform more efficiently with lower lifetime costs than any other softener on the market. So, for the best water softener in the business and to save money, call Connecticut today. 656-PURE. That's 656-PURE or ConnecticutSA.com.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Make the Break Room on Pat Booker Road in Live Oak your football watching headquarters. Watch all the college and NFL games on the 17 HD TVs. The Break Room shows all UFC and boxing events with no cover. The kitchen is open daily until midnight with karaoke on Tuesday nights and a DJ every Friday with pool, darts, video games, a patio. It's more than your average neighborhood bar. So check out the Break Room at 8084 Pat Booker Road in Live Oak. Follow the Break Room Live Oak on social media for the latest specials and events.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We do have a few stalls as you head into your early morning commute. 151 westbound at Hunt Lane. That stall just got moved off to the right shoulder. Another stall off to the shoulder. 410 eastbound at Somerset. And on 90 eastbound, 211 to 410, actually filling in and slowing down. Also sluggish 35 northbound division to Highway 90 on the south side of town. We do have this ongoing road work downtown at 35 upper level, northbound Laredo Street to just past Alamo that is causing delays. Only the two left lanes open to take you on to the lower level. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins 31-21 behind Josh Allen's 3 touchdown passes. The Dallas Cowboys are in Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. You can catch the game live on San Antonio Sports Star, pregame at 2:30. Friday Night Lights are in action, and we have your high school football game of the week on San Antonio Sports Star. Tonight at 7, Sotomayor takes on O'Connor. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Rob, you have found a way to pull off a heist, is what you've done. Yesterday, Rob and I had a debate about the Bills and the Dolphins, and Rob said he expected the Bills to go out and just make a statement on the Dolphins.
I wanted 40 points.
Yeah, and I said, I think the Dolphins are gonna play as hard as they can, and I don't think the Bills are looking to run it up. And look here, border jumper. Damn, Rob's take yesterday was spot on. We all know Buffalo was a better team. They played down to Miami last night. The defense looked suspect.
That's how you spin it.
I know. You spun it to where Rob was right now? Like Rob's take?
What I expected.
Son of a bitch!
Well, I think it came across like you felt like I had defamed Buffalo. And
No,
I hadn't.
no.
I was just saying, I think they're a Super Bowl-bound team. And when you play a team like Miami, who is ready to give up the ghost if you just give them the opportunity, go hammer them.
Yeah.
And it looked like they were about to do that, even though Miami punched them in the face. And I really wanted to see what that first drive that Buffalo had.
That first drive Miami had
boom,
was...
boom, touchdown. Right in reaction, I thought, well, here we go. And then they get the ball again, and they score again. And then they just kind of eased up. But on the other side of it, they are such a good football team that they don't have to play great to beat bad teams. And they didn't play badly. They just didn't play great.
And that's why I said the Bills are in the mode where they're looking to do enough to win and survive in advance.
Well, if you can half-ass your way to 31 points against anybody, you're a pretty good team.
You'll take it.
You know what I mean?
You'll take it. All right, back to the rest of Week 3's scheduled action. The Bengals and the Vikings. Bengals at Minnesota, the battle of the bastards, as Jake Browning takes on Carson Wentz.
This is so silly, man. This looked like this was gonna be so much fun 2 weeks ago.
Oh my gosh. Minnesota's now a 2.5-point favorite. I thought it was crazy they were getting 3.
So here's the other thing on this: they lost Aaron Jones.
Yes,
that's gonna hurt them.
Although Jordan Mason, I think, is better.
Mason's been a better running back, at least this year. But I know what Jones has meant in the passing game. We saw him score last week. Minnesota this is going to be a tough win.
I think so too, and I think I like the Bengals. Just if you look at the numbers of the games that and Jake Browning, I think, is one of the better backup quarterbacks in the league. He looked dreadful last week when he went into he threw 3 picks.
Yeah, he wasn't ready.
But if you look at historically the games that Jake Browning has had to come into like not warm, he stunk.
Well,
games when he's when he's got time to prepare, he looks pretty decent.
He's a mobile guy, got a decent arm. He's what I heard him defined as the best next backup quarterback in the NFL. No, like Cooper Rush right now has the mantle, because of the wins and the lifetime. But the next best dude around the corner is going to be Jake Browning, and I think he's going to get an opportunity here. But what is Minnesota going to do? I mean, this is a Minnesota team that kind of needs this win.
This is the other thing. The drop-off from Joe Burrow to Jake Browning is extreme. I don't know what the drop-off is from J.J. McCarthy to Carson Wentz. It might be none.
I like Minnesota just because they kind of got to keep up with the Joneses this week. I mean, Green Bay looks really, really good. Detroit bounce back. I think that this is not a must, but if you're gonna contend, you're gonna have to prove that you can do it with a couple of hands behind your back. They're still missing a wide receiver now. They don't got the quarterback and one of their starting running backs in there. They're gonna have to do something right.
They are starting to fall apart. It's one of the more interesting games, despite having no good players at least taking snaps.
It's going to be one of those games that if you're just using red zone, you're never going to see it. Yeah, because there's no scores.
Might not. It totals 41.5. I think it's the lowest total on the board, tied for the lowest total on the board with Saints Seahawks and Packers Browns, all at 41.5, which for the most part is about as low as NFL totals you'll see. Like every once in a while you get one at 40.5, but it's pretty rare. Steelers at the Patriots. The Steelers defensively have been garbage, and that's got to worry you because the whole thought was, well, the Steelers' defense is going to be good enough, and if their defense can keep them in games, then their offense, all we got to do is just let Aaron Rodgers not be awful, and I don't know if their defense is going to even keep them competitive in most of these games.
So far, the early
32
returns
points
say
to the
no.
Jets, 31 points to the Seahawks.
Early returns say no.
So I don't see any reason why Drake May won't have some success here. I like the Patriots at home as home underdogs, too. The Patriots are catching 1.5. I think the Patriots are, quite frankly, I think they're a better team.
Dude, I'm not going to go that far. They're not a better team.
Okay.
I think home might give them an advantage. But if Mike Tomlin looks around his room and feels like New England's got more talent, Pittsburgh has gone woefully awry. You know what I mean? Pittsburgh's got more talent. Now, New England's got maybe a little bit more of a youthful upside to him. But, dude, if Pittsburgh loses to New England, if Aaron Rodgers loses, after all, how everybody's so happy right now with what little returns we have, it's going to go south fast. I can't imagine them going into New England and losing.
Oh, I think they can. In fact, I think they will.
I hope it happens. Let's feed the beast and let's see Aaron Rodgers lose on the road to New England. Oh, I want it to happen.
God, could we be so lucky? The Jets are in Tampa taking on the Bucs. Now, the Jets will be on a backup quarterback, but here is the good news for the Jets. The way to beat Tampa is going to be to throw the ball on them. Justin Fields wasn't going to be able to throw the ball on him. Tyrod Taylor is like I think the Jets can compete in this game.
I like Tampa. I don't like the line 7.5.
That's a crazy number.
Too much.
That is the Tampa is getting a lot of respect for a team that if the coin falls on the other side in both games could easily be 0-2. Like it's taken miracles for them to win both. A missed field goal won them the first game, and then a last-minute touchdown drive won them the second game. If they were 0-2, this line would be what, 4?
Which is where it should be, regardless.
Yeah,
honestly. But I'm not. I still believe a little bit more in Tampa than you do. I think they're a little bit better than that, and I think of the miracle against the Texans was more a product of their value than a reflection of the Texans. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's at least in my mind.
Well, I think the Bucs are. I don't think the Bucs are ass. I just think that they shouldn't be 7.5 point favorites over really anyone.
And we saw again, and we'll go back to our Buffalo conversation. You know, it was 20-10, but they did a good job for a lot of the time against Buffalo. So their defense isn't awful. That's what I will say. But 7.5 is too much. I don't like the number.
Raiders are in Washington, and indicators are that Jaden Daniels is going to try and give it a go. I didn't expect that.
Me either.
Not what I would do if I were the Commanders, but
Do you think? I think he's going to play, man.
That's what people are saying. But also, I'm looking at the line. Current line is 3.5. I don't think the Commanders would only be 3.5 point favorites if Jaden Daniels was playing. So there's a lot of questions about this game. I'm not really sure what's going on.
I get the sense that Quinn might be playing possum here, just until we get the final injury note on Saturday.
Maybe so.
I'd stay away.
Geno Smith so far has been very, very good, except for the fact that he loves throwing the ball to the other team about twice a game. And that, it kills him. You could do a lot of good things, but if you're loose with the ball, you start turning the ball over, you become a turnover machine, it kills all the positivity. And that's where the Raiders are at right now.
How's Bowers?
He's healthy. He played last week. He didn't look elite. But he was out there. I think he's going to – and now I expect him to be fine.
I've seen enough of the Raiders play where I was impressed with Genty's abilities, but he hasn't broken loose. I wonder what the focus is on this. Are they really going to attempt to get him moving, or is this more about getting the offense going over the top?
My thought is, here's what I will give the Raiders. The Raiders are a lot better defensively than anybody thought they were going to be. The Raiders gave up 13 points to the Patriots and 20 points to the Chargers. 20 points to the Chargers is not I don't think that's a bad – now, their offense didn't do them any favors, but they held the Chargers' offense pretty much in check.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like the Chargers are trying to do a whole lot. But, yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they had a couple of deep balls, but – man, when they did give up the big play, it was an ugly big play.
And it's just, the turnovers killed them. They were the 3 turnovers. You're not going to win games like that. I think they can. I think they can hold down the Commanders' offense. I just don't. I mean, the Commanders' defense I don't trust, but I don't trust the Raiders to take advantage of it. Now, if Ashton Genty's going to show up, this seems like a good spot to do it.
Exactly. I wonder how much of the focus is let's get this run game going, and because we have a defense that can keep the game close, we don't need to do much.
Well, this is Pete Carroll 101. I mean, this is how he turned Seattle into a monster. First, get the defense right, then get the run game going. And if that can happen for the Raiders, maybe we'll see a turnaround. Now, I'm not. Geno Smith certainly isn't prime Russell Wilson, but this Raiders defense certainly isn't the Legion of Boom. But they're doing things the way that Pete Carroll-ness. It's got a Pete Carroll-ness to it, and I kind of like that. Falcons are in Carolina taking on the hapless Panthers. This is another one. I don't know that the Falcons should be 5.5 point road favorites over anybody, but God, Carolina sucks, man.
I like this game. I like the points.
This is Carolina's first home game. They were non-competitive against the Jags, and quite frankly, they were non-competitive against Arizona until like the last 4 minutes of the game, and then they scored 14 points in 13 points in the last 5 minutes of that game. to make it, instead of a 27-9 game, it was a 27-22 game.
What do you think of Penix so far?
He's serviceable.
I see potential. I mean, he's got. I forget how strong and accurate of an arm he has.
What I like about, and this isn't as much about Penix, I like that they are finally kind of unlocking Bijan Robinson, who is clearly their best player.
And Kyle Pitts had a good game last week.
Oh,
and
yeah, they started using him again.
Feel like Penix is kind of dialed in with him. So I like the potential of this offense. I still can't understand this team, but I like the potential of what they're doing right now.
There is a really simple formula when you've got a guy like Bijan Robinson. Put the ball in his hands.
And watch.
Like last year, the Falcons didn't do it, and we were like, what are they doing? This year, it's he leads their team in rushing yards, leads their team in receiving yards. As long as they keep doing that, they're going to compete.
So I like the number, even though it's a roadie. I do like Atlanta and 5.5. At least that's the number I'm looking at here.
Yeah, it feels like a lot to me. I don't know if I trust Atlanta to go around getting margin, but normally I love to back 0-2 teams against the spread in week 3. I've got no interest in the Panthers. They just seem dreadful. The game. Okay, you want me to take a break here, Vic? Is that what you're doing? All right. Then that means when we come back, we'll look at the game of the week, which is Rams-Eagles. We'll dig into that game. I know there might be some interest here from some NFC East fans. But I'm guessing by the time that Rams-Eagles game kicks off, I'm going to have popped a Carbach or two.
One or two.
More than likely. I like to
have it on your cereal.
Hey, you can't drink beer all day if you don't start drinking beer in the morning.
Trust him.
That's a fact, Jack. And Carbach's got something for everybody in their line. I might start with something lighter, like a Crawford box, something like that, to get me going through the day. I'm not going to go as light as Love Street because, but if you could, that is their lightest offering and their best seller. A lot of people love that beer. Hopadillo, that's their flagship IPA. That is a banger, very aggressive, hop forward, in your face IPA. The seasonals right now, Carbachtoberfest, Pumpkin and Lager. You can find them all over. In all the grocery stores, all the liquor stores, you're going to be able to find those. And you're going to be able to find Carbach beer out in the wild as well. That Love Street, Hopadillo, Crawford Bach, Ziegenbach, you're going to be able to find it at tons of bars and restaurants all over town. So when you're getting into the football this weekend, make sure you get into it with a Carbach.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Brian Schottenheimer goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
When I used to fight, I used to say that the work was all in the training camp, and then fight night was like when you got to have fun. Is that how you feel about football games, or is there too much stress to have fun?
No, man, you nailed it, man. If you can't have fun playing and coaching this game, man, you are in the wrong damn business. It's exactly what you said. You work your butt off during the week. Sunday at 12 noon, man, that's why we do this, man, to go out there in front of the home fans at AT&T. And if you can't have fun doing that, like I said, man, you need to check your heart rate.
Brian Schottenheimer's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game, Friday mornings, presented by AA Best Bell Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
An accident can leave you struggling to pay for medical bills. At Thomas J. Henry, we believe you deserve justice, no matter your financial situation. That's why you don't pay us unless we win your case. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Doug. Limu and I always tell you to customize your car insurance and save hundreds with Liberty Mutual. But now, we want you to feel it. Cue the emu music, Limu.
Save yourself money today. Increase your wealth. Customize and save, we say.
That may have been too much feeling.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Savings vary. Underwritten by Liberty Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates. Excludes Massachusetts.
Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
We love high school football and a team you can always count on. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC. Quartermoon is here to tackle the toughest challenges, from plumbing mishaps to AC troubles, with the same dedication and passion that drives a winning touchdown. Our playbook is simple: fair prices, expert service, and a commitment to local families. Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC, your winning solution for a comfortable home. Proudly serving our community with local hospitality. From the penthouse to the outhouse to the schoolhouse, call Quartermoon Plumbing, Heat, and AC.
License number TACLA 141074E M16004.
When it comes to keeping your pumps running smooth, L&S Pump Repair has you covered. 24/7 on-site service for saltwater disposal and pump repairs. From Quintaplex to H-Pumps, they've got parts ready and the skills to get you back in the game fast. Need a whole new pump package? L&S builds custom skid packages too. Don't let knocking pumps or slow flow slow you down. Call L&S Pump Repair 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
With other language learning apps, I was just playing games. I wasn't really learning. Babbel's different.
Babbel was designed by over 200 language learning experts to be the most effective way to learn another language.
Every time I open the app, I can choose to work on my writing, speaking, or listening. And it saves my mistakes for me to review, so I'm constantly improving. Before Babbel, I thought I just wasn't good with languages. But now I'm speaking French. Tout ça, c'est grâce à Babbel.
Save up to 50% on your Babbel subscription when you sign up at Babbel.com. Babbel.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
I guess I'll get to work. It's the Morning Huddle here on 94.1.
Where is he?
I don't know, man. He just got up and left. I guess that a la Mexicana taco kicked in right on time. Yeah, we're talking football here on 94.1. It is a Friday. Don't forget, Minix is out at Ferris, I do believe. He's got Sotomayor O'Connor tonight. Our Friday night football coverage gets going right at 7 o'clock. Make sure you're there. How you doing? Better?
Been worse.
Been worse. Well, that's good.
Might have been a bad call to put the salsa on the jalapeno.
I was like, I think the a la Mexicana kicked in right on time.
It gets you rumbling, man. I will say, man, those are one of the better tacos.
Oh, they are the best I've had in a long time.
That is a good-ass taco, man. And I love carne asada. And like, if you say what's typically your favorite breakfast taco, it's usually going to be carne asada for me.
That's right.
But this a la Mex, carne a la Mex with the jalapenos and the, oh, man.
Basically
onions.
an asada with jalapenos.
It is.
Yeah.
And there's the perfect amount of grease. Just the perfect amount.
Well, someone call it the perfect amount. Someone call it the amount that
a little sticky on your fingers when
makes
you're done.
you miss the start of the show.
Well, that's the how it reacts is a whole other story.
Yeah,
I like that little sticky on my fingers, the little collagen left over.
Yeah.
210 says, "Did I miss the Friday songs? My kids like that jam. Everybody's worrying
it's
about."
coming next.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
listen,
I have it
man,
ready.
you got to have faith in DJ Torta.
Yeah.
The Torta man will take care of you.
I'll take care of you.
Torta man will take care of you. All right, the Rams and the Eagles. This is a fascinating matchup here. I am through 2 weeks, the Eagles have looked
good enough.
Okay,
good enough.
You're right. They're winning games.
A lot like Buffalo.
I
good
think,
enough.
Well, except they've won their 2 games by a combined 7 points.
But good enough. And scoreboard. I mean,
yes.
yeah.
Now, I certainly, if I'm them, I feel a lot better about a 3-point win at Kansas City is always going to be something to smile about. I still think that the game against Dallas left some room for concern, and here is, I think, the key to this game. Did you see what the NFL came out and said about tush push?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
it's about over.
They're not saying it's over.
No, but it's not going to be nearly as easy as it's been.
The NFL said the Eagles should have been flagged for at least one false start when they used the tush push on Sunday, and instructed officials this week to call the play tight.
So
going forward.
So more important than the early jump, which is important. Enforce the neutral zone. That to me, I think, is more important than the early snap, which certainly matters. But if you'll enforce that neutral zone and not allow their center to get over the football, which gains them about a half-foot advantage just to start, I think that it'll make a huge difference. And I still think they're better at it than anybody in the NFL, and they're still going to run about a 60 to 70% success. But they'll bring.
It's not going to be 96.6%.
Yeah, it's not going to be this silly kind of thing. So if they do that, I think everybody like me will settle down a little bit.
Ramon George, who is the vice president of officiating, training, and development, said, anytime we have this situation in short yardage, we want to know – no, he says, we know we want to make sure that we officiate these plays. The offensive team has to be perfect in every aspect. We want to officiate it tight. We want it to be black and white and be as tight as we can be when getting into this situation where teams are in the bunch position – and we have to officiate them being on sides and moving early. So, I mean, I think that is, if that's the case, and they're going to tighten things up, if they call those penalties, who knows what the result of the game last week is.
I completely agree.
And it is very fair, I think, to say that the Rams are a good football team.
They're a good football. And I want to go back to this tush push thing for a second, because not only does it affect those 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, whatever it might be, but it also affects your call on 2nd and 3rd down too.
Yeah.
When you know you're not guaranteed this yard and a half from now on, it made the play calling for Philly so much easier.
Yeah.
It just gave you more options. So the ripple effect of them saying, we're going to, what's the old saying? If you want to kill something, tax it. If you want to kill something, regulate it. Once you start regulating, like when you got refs saying you have to be perfect. Well, how often do you see a perfect play? I mean, you guys have to be perfect, or we're going to throw a flag.
Well, listen, man, a false start is not a hard thing to call, and they've just been letting it go. And Tejano Martinez says, I'm not an Eagles fan, but people need to stop crying and learn how to stop that play. Like I said,
we're all agreeing.
You can say learn how to stop that play, but if they're lining up off sides and getting a false start, you will never stop that
That's
play.
what we're saying. And I think most people, all things being equal, I'm not anti, but
I'm the same way. I'm not saying like take it out. It's and I don't care. Like this sounds terrible, but you know how I am. I don't care about player safety. Like these guys are
NFL guys.
These are grown ass men making millions of dollars.
They're wearing helmets. Yeah, you get paid.
If pushing the quarterback is going to injure him, then that's on you. But what I'm saying is, don't just say, well, just stop it. Just stop it. Well, you can't stop it if you're going to let them break every rule. I'm all for it. Do the tush push, but just do it where you line up on side and you start when the ball's snapped. And if you can do it successfully then, by all means.
And I think the league wants that. I think in the discussions over the summer, that was the saving grace to this thing. Like, all we got to do is call it officially and call it right, and everything will be happy, but they just haven't. On the grand scheme of things, what do the Rams do to beat Philadelphia? I know that's a simple, like a broad stroke question, but I'm trying to figure out what are they going to do? How are they going to beat Philadelphia?
I mean, I think you generate pass rush up the middle. It's like the Rams. The one thing that the Rams do well is get after the passer from the outside.
So
they're going to have to find something in the middle.
Flush Jalen, make him move to the side, and force him to put the ball more than 10 yards down the field.
Yeah. And I also think, I mean, this Eagles team, if you can get the ball out pretty quick, and man, Matt Stafford is a hard guy to get to before he gets the ball out. Mm-hmm. Matt Stafford is an old school veteran quarterback. He does not, He's not one of these guys who, like, the clock in his head, it works. He ain't one of these guys who's going to, like, last week Cam Ward was like, and the week before, C.J. Stroud, like thinking they can they got all day. Matt Stafford doesn't make that mistake. Matt Stafford will get rid of the ball fast, and the Rams have so many outlets for that, whether it be Kyron Williams out in the flat or Puka Nacua getting a quick ball. And I think that those quick passes are the way to beat the Eagles. I think it's real possible.
Short, crisp passes.
I like the Rams to beat the Eagles this week.
The Eagles haven't played up to potential, and if that's how the Rams do it, I think they could. I'm just not sure that's how they do. I don't know how the run game helps Stafford this week. I think that they're going to have to throw the ball a lot.
I think they're okay with that.
And no other quarterback is more equipped right now. But I like the Rams a lot, and I think that they're the best version of a starless football team. You know, they've just got.
I don't think they're starless.
Well, I mean, Stafford's Puka, K9 might be coming. I mean, Kyron might be on his way up.
Devontae Adams is still a beast.
Yeah, but still, you know what? He's kind of on the downward trend along with Stafford. He's on the Hall of Fame list. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You've been great for a long time. You're not the best at it anymore, and you're still, one of the guys I want in the foxhole with me. But you're not a star anymore. And I think they're a very, very good football team. But I don't know if they can do it this week.
And I also think they are, if not the best coached football team in the league, they're one of them.
But Sirianni, I mean, you got to give him. I mean, this is going to be a hell of a football game.
It is. This is the game of the week for a reason. But
and it also, Stafford's healthy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't think he's not, but there still was the question before. This is really only his third game, so I see a lot of reasons. Or no, I'll put it this way. If the Rams lose, I can see that there's enough excuses where I wouldn't be upset about the Rams' future. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they do have some reasons to lose. And Philadelphia, on the other hand, they're a lot like Buffalo to me. I'm not going to – you beat Kansas City anywhere, you get a lot of credit. But they still haven't looked very good.
Yeah.
They just haven't really found it. So if the Rams win, I don't know where I quantify Philly. I don't know where to put them because I don't think that the Rams should beat them.
And they might not. The Rams, historically, at least this version of the Rams, has had a hard time keeping Saquon Barkley in check. Last year, Saquon Barkley, it was a blowout game last year, and it was at the Rams, and that was a game that Saquon had like 250 yards on 20-something carries. Like he was just unstoppable. My guess is Sean McVay says we're going to figure out whatever we can to stop that and make somebody else beat us. I personally think there are three really good teams in the NFC. I think Green Bay is one of them. I think these are the other two. So I'm fascinated by this matchup. Either way, I certainly think 3.5 is a number where I'm interested in the Rams, just because I think at worst this is a field goal game either way. But yeah, I think the Rams are capable of going in there and getting the job done.
What I want to see, if
Eagles have shown some weaknesses,
and if that were to occur, I want to see one of those Stafford masterpieces where the ball doesn't hit the floor. That it's not a lot of deep passes, but a lot of effective. He's 25 for 20, like the Josh Allen last night. Was he 25 for 28?
He is a 24 of 28.
Just kind of a masterful paint job running the offense that the Rams have built around him. And if he does that, it'll be something glorious to watch on somebody else's field.
Eagles fan says if Stafford has to throw 40-plus time, he's going to be under pressure.
Probably.
Well, the Rams' offensive line's pretty good, and the Texans, who have also a really good defensive front, didn't really bother Matt Stafford that much. It's certainly a chess match. If Saquon Barkley has 250 rushing yards,
nobody beats Philly.
It doesn't matter what happens. My just overriding thought is the Rams find a way to not let that happen. But either way, this is the game that I'm most locked in for.
And
it's
not a letdown, but the Eagles have been practicing for Kansas City since July. Mm-hmm. There's no getting around that. They knew who they were playing week 2, and I know the Cowboys but it was the Super Bowl rematch. So there might be a little bit of we did it kind of a week where, the Rams aren't terrifying yet. Stafford's still kind of finding his feet, and we had one game where they couldn't run the football. So this might be an occasion for them to kind of let their guard down at home.
Seattle is taking on the New Orleans Saints in Seattle. Seattle's a 7.5-point favorite. I think we'd look at Seattle a lot differently had the 49ers not got that last-minute touchdown against them in Week 1, because then Seattle would be 2-0, and we'd be going, man, maybe Seattle's got something cooking here. I think Seattle's pretty good, actually.
I think they're going to pants them this week.
I just think I think the Saints are an absolute joke.
I see. I've got them in a pick 'em. If it was a survivor pool, that would be. If I couldn't find anything else, that's my guarantee. You know?
that is my play this week in survival. Is the survivor is the Seahawks. I don't see much success coming for the Saints offensively or defensively for that matter. The Saints so far have, I guess defensively, I'd say they've been better than I expected. They held Arizona in check in Week 1. They held the 49ers in check last week with a backup quarterback, I guess. But also, those two games have been at home. Now you're taking Spencer Rattler on the road to still one of the tougher road environments to play in, maybe the loudest place in the NFL. I think Seattle handles this one pretty easily. The Broncos and the Chargers is interesting to me. Chargers are 2.5-point favorites at home. Now, the one thing about the Chargers is they don't have much of a home field advantage. They
What are you talking about? That's a beautiful stadium.
It is, and it's usually filled with the opposing fans' teams. Which, hey, it is what it is.
Even the L.A. Charger fans still call them San Diego Chargers.
They do.
Even there in the town, they still say it.
I'm guessing there is going to be a lot of orange in this building. I don't know that it matters, though. I think the Broncos were the most overrated team. Them and Washington coming into this season, those are the two teams I thought were the most overhyped. And
so this is a show-me game for the Broncos.
It really is, because I think, so far, Bo Nix, he ain't that good. Bo Nix has been dreadful through 2 games.
Second-year jinx.
And they were lucky. Well, you know what? They've been lucky and unlucky. They were lucky to beat the Titans. They were pretty unlucky to lose that game last week against the Colts. It's a game they probably should have won, but it wouldn't have been because Bo Nix has been great. And I am telling you now, the more I see of Justin Herbert this year, the more it feels like he has figured it out. And I've always said Justin Herbert is the best football thrower in football. He is the best at just chucking a football, and now he's starting to figure out how to be a great quarterback. He is going to be a problem for people.
The Peyton Harbaugh matchup I just find fascinating. It's going to be a real chess match. This is going to be – it might not be an extraordinary game full of fireworks, but the chess match that's coming into this is going to be a lot of fun to watch, because this is one of those old school division winner take. We only got a one chance at this kind of stuff. I like the Chargers, and I don't think I should. I feel like Peyton's such a witch sometimes that he can overcome a lack of talent, but I like the way the Chargers looked the other night. I think that offense is going to – and they still haven't really found a running game yet. If they can find a little bit of a running game, Herbert's dropping dimes, and those big wide receivers, dude.
I like the Chargers a lot.
Yeah.
My worry is the Chargers often do this. They show you a couple things, and you go, ooh, the Chargers are good, and then
let's hope that's not the Harbaugh
they
effect,
melt.
that they don't do that anymore.
Yeah, maybe that was a Brandon Staley issue and not a Chargers issue, but I do like the Chargers this week. 49ers host the Cardinals. 49ers are 2.5-point favorites.
I don't know, man.
I don't know who's going to play. The line, San Francisco -2.5. It wouldn't be -2.5 if Brock Purdy was not playing, right? Or is that?
I don't know. McCarron kind of looked pretty functional in the offense, man. I didn't see a whole lot of drop off.
Yeah, I'm not sure. What I do know is Christian McCaffrey, while he's healthy, is an absolute beast.
That's enough.
And Mac Jones did look really good last
week.
He
did. He looked pretty damn good. So I don't think there's going to be that big of a drop off.
But also, Mac Jones last week played against the Saints.
Well, absolutely. What a great game to start with.
Yeah,
at least he got some training wheels. But I do think, and I've heard some others around the league saying how good he did look, and that offense is kind of built for a dude like him. You know, he doesn't have to do a whole lot.
What I do think the Cardinals specifically need to start doing to have more success is running the football more. They've not been very good running the football, and you're putting a lot of pressure on Kyler Murray, and Kyler's been good so far, But over the course of the season, I still feel like this team is going to have to run the full. James Conner is going to have to be good for this team to have any chance at real success. But they're 2-0. Both these teams are 2-0. The winner of this game, think about that. The winner of this game is going to be 3-0 in the NFC West.
I talked up San Francisco, and I like the way Jones is playing. But at the end of the day, I think Arizona's going to win the game.
Okay. All right. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll get into that Cowboys-Bears matchup. I think we might have a tight one on our hands. Guys, got to tell you about my friends over at L&S Pump Repair. If you are in the oil and gas game in San Antonio, and a lot of people are, there's a lot of money flowing through these wells out here in San Antonio. You understand that keeping your pumps running is extremely critical. And downtime means lost money, and nobody is trying to lose money. You're talking about hundreds of jobs, millions of dollars, billions of dollars that you could even be looking at being lost in lost time. No one wants to have it. L&S Pump Repair, that's where they come in. They specialize in everything from saltwater disposal pumps to the heavy-duty H pumps. They've got 24/7 on-site service. They've got stock parts, so you're not sitting around, when's my part going to be in? When I was out on the rig, when I worked offshore, that was a big part of downtime was having to wait on parts, and not having to do that. That is massive because, again, every minute is big-time money that you're saving. If your pump's knocking or your flow is slow, call the trusted pros at L&S Pump Repair, 936-853-3810, 936-853-3810. Tell them AJ from the Morning Huddle sent you. It's L&S Pump Repair Shop. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few stalls as you head into your early morning commute. 151 westbound Hunt Lane on 410 eastbound Somerset. Both of those are off to the right shoulder. And this stall at 410 westbound connector to I-10. The connector partially blocked with the stall. A little bit of a delay from right around Vance Jackson. You guys see anything we're not talking about? Call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out. That number is 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down!
It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Primatene Mist.
During an asthma attack, every second feels like an eternity. Primatene Mist works fast. It's clinically shown to open airways quickly, providing quick relief of mild symptoms of intermittent asthma. Get the #1 FDA-approved over-the-counter asthma inhaler. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation.
Groundworks, official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place, so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
The Fall Golf Classic. At Booker Road. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This is Jason Minix, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Gotta get down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Friday. Getting down on Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Party and yeah, party and yeah, fun. Looking forward to the weekend. Woo! Yeah, baby! Pretty good. Yes, sir. Happy Friday, everybody. We've made it.
Almost home.
Yes. In the words of George Jones, finally Friday. Finally. Rin says Edwin does such a good job as the voice of KBB. No, those are all authentic those are real KBB sound bites.
Yeah.
Oh, we miss you, buddy.
Edwin.
Yep. Imagine us telling Edwin, "Hey, Edwin,
meow, please."
Meow into the microphone. He'd be very confused by that. I don't think that would be in his wheelhouse. All right. The Cowboys with back to our regularly scheduled 3:25 kickoff. Cowboys are in Chicago, and this is, first of all, the total is high here in the Cowboys game.
Well, neither team could stop anybody.
again, through 2 weeks, it's 50.5. Through 2 weeks, these offenses have looked all right. We think back to last year, though, how disappointing the Cowboys offense was, and then how disappointing the Bears offense was last year. And you think, man, who would have thought that just a year later we'd see 50.5 between these two teams?
2 new coaches.
2 new coaches. And so far, you're right, pretty rough. Well, I don't want to say rough defense because the Cowboys had a good defensive showing in Week 1.
They gave up how many yards to the Giants?
That was bad.
We got to be honest here. That's terrible.
That was bad
defense. So I don't know
what
what
the Eagles
to expect.
game he felt good about.
Well, yeah, but then I saw what the Eagles did against the Chiefs, and I think they're kind of like they've got a regulator on, kind of like Buffalo. There's only so much that Philly can do. Now they're going to beat you, but they're not going to run away from you. I just don't think that they wanted to, nor could they. But what I saw from the Giants was in every facet of their offense worked. The Cowboys, nothing. Was there any benefit on that defense? Oh, well, maybe they flushed Russell a couple of times, but I didn't see anything that I feel like they're going to be able to slow anybody down. And on the road against a team that has some skill, I don't expect this. I think 50 is a pretty good number.
And then as we think about, okay, both these defense, the Bears and the Cowboys combined to give up how many points last week?
Nearly
89.
Yeah, almost 100 points.
Okay, that's insane. And the more, it's kind of like the LSU Clemson thing we talked about, how I'm not totally sold on LSU because now suddenly that Clemson win doesn't look so great. Maybe when you see the second game the Eagles played and their offense against the Chiefs looked very,
kind of.
Maybe it's like, well, maybe the Cowboys just played a really sluggish Eagles offense in Week 1, and maybe their defense isn't that great. I don't. You know what? Let's stop talking about that because I do think the Cowboys defense might just be bad. It's entirely possible.
Yes,
but their offense, I do believe, is pretty legit.
Yeah,
and this Bears defense also pretty bad, and they're going to be likely without Kyler Gordon and Jalen Johnson. That's 2 starters in the secondary. That's bad news for them. I think Dallas is going to score a bunch of points. Now, on the other side, I've been going back and forth on this. The Bears have been very good offensively, but for the most part, they've been good when they've been in a neutral game script where they can run the football.
First half football has been very good. Adjustments they have not overcome. Second half football is a different game.
Well, and chasing football.
Right.
Last week the game got out of control, and Caleb Williams is chucking it, and they stink. But so far, what I have seen of the Cowboys defensively is I think they're pretty good against the run. And if they can not let the Bears run the ball on them and say, okay, Caleb Williams, you beat us.
Oh, that's the plan, right?
The Cowboys have a good chance of winning this.
Clark and Odigizua have started out strong. I see no reason for it to slow down. I don't trust Caleb Williams at all. I think if anything that they get is going to be the Cowboys kind of not being able to stop something. It's not about what the Bears go take.
Yeah.
I think they've got some skill, but I just don't think it takes a whole lot to move the ball on the Cowboys. I just don't have a lot of trust in this defense, and I don't think they have to run the ball to be able to do it. So I like the Cowboys. I think they should win. They might win by more than a touchdown, but it's going to be in the 30s. I mean, they win 37-30 kind of games. But
I just have a hard time thinking the Cowboys are going to get – like when I watched last week and they couldn't get margin against the Giants at home, it's hard for me to think they're going to go on the road.
Was it margin because of the offense? I think it was the defense.
But I'm just saying they were never able to pull away. So, like, when you say they can win by a touchdown, it's like, I mean,
that's maybe the last team with a ball kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be a blowout on either direction. I don't think either one of these teams is all that good. So I don't have trust on either side from either team. But I do feel like there's just more talent on the Cowboys.
On paper, they should win this game.
Yeah.
If they don't win this game, I think we may just have to accept that the Cowboys are no good. These are the games, and going back to preseason, if you were saying, okay, what games should the Cowboys win?
This was a W. This is a circled win no matter who was here. Micah, not Micah, you circled the Bears.
You had to.
Yeah.
And if you do, and thank God for them that they didn't end up losing that game last week to the Giants, because that was a circled win also. If you lose this game, and especially if they lose this game any kind of convincingly, there's a good chance that they're just a 7-10 football team.
Well, you know what? Even if they win this game, I think they're a 7-10
that's
football team. But no, they're not a good football team. I think we've been pleasantly surprised. But at the end of the day, it's Jimmy's and Joe's. You just don't got a lot of them. And the things that you're not good at is the things that the other teams in your division specifically are really good at. So it's just going to be a tough one. And I think we started out with a little bit of they played a good game against Philly. This moral kind of, wow, we're better than we thought we might be. That only lasts for a couple of weeks.
Well, hell, I told you, I felt a lot better about the Cowboys after the Philly loss than I did after the Giants win, and that should tell you a lot.
It took a 64-yard field goal for them to get themselves in position to beat the Giants at home.
Yeah, that's that's crazy to me. That I did not feel good on Monday if I was a Cowboys fan. I wasn't like, oh, man, Cowboys, what a win.
I mean,
no,
it was a fun
like,
win. You go, yeah, but oh, my God, why do we have to work so hard?
No, this Bears team, I do think, and I also think this Bears team has a good chance of just collapsing. There's already people starting to question Ben Johnson. I fully believe that Caleb Williams' teammates do not like playing with him. I think that they all look at this dude and say, this is not a leader. This isn't the guy we want to go to war for. I talk about that all the time. Like, the Eagles will run through a wall for Jalen Hurts. The Ravens will run through a wall for Lamar. The Bills for Josh Allen. These dudes are looking at Caleb Williams like,
you do it.
Okay, you're so great. Good luck. All right, man, we're halfway there. We'll talk some college football coming up in the next hour. It is the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Your local Staples has hot deals and super low prices throughout the store on everything for your business. And right now at Staples, save up to $125 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 11/1. Plus, save even more with the Easy Rewards program at Staples.
It's time to pamper your pet. As your doggy need a bath and need a little nail clip and cleaning up for the fall season, I got the place for you. That's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. While you're taking them there every day to be taken care of and monitored, have you taken the time to give your pet a little spa day, a little bit of clean up for the weekend? I highly recommend heading over there. Pet grooming, pet massages, even bedtime tuck-ins, and a treat, plus all the training you need is over at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. In fact, they're a full-service pet resort. So as the fall season comes and you're heading out of the town for the weekend for a big game, reunion, whatever it might be, no better place than Bluebonnet for your babies. If it's a daily thing, you're trying to find a place for your pet while you're at work and the kids are at school, take the dogs to a little daycare action at Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. What I'm getting at is if you're not going to be home and if you're not going to be in a position to take care of your dogs the way you want to, let Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit step in and be your pet's favorite place, because they're going to take care of your pets as much as and love them as much as you do. They're going to give you the facilities better than probably than what you've got. What are you waiting on? They're easy to get a hold of. Here's your number, 210-750-1298. The website is mybunkandbiscuit.com. You can book from there. If you're leaving town and you're looking for a place to take your babies, I can't recommend Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit more. They're official pet resort of the Morning Huddle. Take them there, and I know you're going to thank me later.
L&S Pump Repair Machine Shop, your go-to for saltwater disposal and pump repairs, on-site service 24/7, parts on hand, and full pump packages ready to roll. Call L&S 936-853-3810. Keep your flow strong, San Antonio.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-275-1728. That's 800-275-1728.
If you've been injured in an accident, you know there's no shortage of attorneys who want your business. But when it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years. We've successfully represented thousands of injured Texans, earning over 12,000 5-star reviews on Google. So, who is the right attorney for you? Just look at the numbers. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, it's Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks. Let me tell you something. It is so good to be right. In Prize Picks, there's no better way to prove your knowledge than to play Prize Picks. And Dallas Cowboy fans, you know every game counts, so don't miss a moment of the action this season on Prize Picks. Make your picks on your favorite Cowboys every week and ride with the boys all season long. You got all kinds of play, all kinds of ways to go. Right now, Prize Picks is offering $50 in lineups. That's money you can play with. Use it and prove how good you are. Prize Picks. There's only one place to go. All you need to know is more or less. You can pick your players, you can pick your game, but we got the place for you. It's Prize Picks. And remember the code ALAMO. Alamo's the one you need. If you put that in there, use the code ALAMO for your $50 free play. That's $50 when you use the term ALAMO. You know the game. Go play it in the right place. That's Prize Picks. It's so good to be right, and you're always right when you head to Prize Picks. Go get it today. Download the app, use the code ALAMO, and you can come by and thank me later.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys are in Chicago taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared one trouble spot, 410 eastbound, that off ramp to 281. That wreck has cleared. The connector ramp now reopened. New trouble spot, 410 southbound approaching I-10, accident right lane, and that has you stop and go from 35. So about a 15-minute delay. And I-10 eastbound FM 1518, that stall is in the right lane. 15-minute delay back to 1604. And 281 southbound approaching Hildebrand, that stall now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday night football, the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins 31-21 behind Josh Allen's 3 touchdown passes. The Dallas Cowboys are in Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. You can catch the game live on San Antonio Sports Star, pregame at 2:30. Friday night lights are in action, and we have your high school football game of the week on San Antonio Sports Star. Tonight at 7, Sotomayor takes on O'Connor. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
SportsCenter brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowt.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Bum, 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 bum. Good morning, everybody. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hello, friends, and happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody out there, for all those that celebrate Friday. Oh, man, and we celebrate Friday here, certainly. Probably sometimes more than we should, but
certainly a lot more than people do before noon.
But yeah, most people are like, dude, it's 8 in the morning. We haven't even gotten through Friday yet. For us,
we're like the Marines.
We're
man.
like 4 beers in.
We've
already.
done more before breakfast than you'll do all day.
Yeah. We are almost done, Bubba. A couple things. Let's see. Steven says, hey, AJ and Rob, I'm in Tampa, Florida. I listen every morning. My name is Big Steve. How about a shout out? Shout out Big Steve.
Hey, what's that beer district down there? That great bar, the Pirate. Oh,
in Tampa?
Yeah, it's got a name.
I don't know.
It's got that's the festival, that pirate festival that they do every year.
Today is International Talk Like a Pirate Day.
So there we go.
Arr.
What's the on the
Hey,
Brigade Bar?
Kitty
What's
Big
that
Balls,
bar
Talk
area
like a
known?
pirate.
Ybor. Oh, Ybor City.
Ybor
Go
City.
get a beer in Ybor, man. It's a great bar area.
Well, there you go. I've not spent much time in Tampa.
You know what they say about Tampa?
No. What
the
do they
oldest
say?
people in the United States live in Tampa, and their parents live in St. Pete.
Oh, okay.
That's a joke in Florida.
That is a bit.
It's a Florida joke.
I see that.
That kills in Sarasota.
That whole place is God's waiting room.
All right, let's get into the college slate for this weekend. Utah hosting Texas Tech, and this is a big game. I will argue the winner of this game is almost a lock to play, and at least play for the Big 12 title.
Now I know why you were asking me about Lubbock elevation, because Tech going and playing up in the mountains of Utah, it does matter. It will play a role. Maybe not huge, but it does play a role.
Yeah, because Utah usually has a great home field, and a lot of it's elevation related. And I was thinking, but Lubbock is actually, it's not sea level. Like you think, I think of Lubbock as like
flat,
but it's not. It's like 30.
Well, it's flat, but it's at the steps.
Yeah, it's like 3,300 feet above sea level, whereas Salt Lake City's like 45, 43. So it's not like a huge jump up.
This is a 3 o'clock kick?
This is an early kick, 11 a.m. kick.
Wow. Okay.
So I guess it's 10 a.m. Body clock time for Texas Tech. To me, this boils down to offense versus defense. And it's so hard to know what to expect because these teams have both just done nothing but beat up on crippled children. Like
it's new guys in position, so we're learning what they're capable of with new guys doing it. So I expect this to be one hell of a football game. I expect to see Lubbock bring that offense, but I don't know if they can because these are all enough of new dudes doing it. But I expect to see the preeminent Big 12 talent. This is an early season. These are the two bell cows.
I think, and again, I think the winner of this game, you can pencil them into the Big 12 championship game. So the winner of this game probably playing for a playoff spot, which is that's huge, especially for a matchup this early in the season.
I'm so in for. I want Tech to win this game. I want Tech to fight for a Big 12 title, and I've said it before. If for no other reason, I want to see a team or a school that's all in on the NIL go buy one. We're buying one, and I want to see if it can actually work.
Border Jumper says, "What's a Ute? A Ute is a Native American tribe. They are a tribe of natives. The Ute tribe.
Normally, they're all about 16 years old. They're Utes."
No, that's not.
They're a young Native American tribe.
No, that's not the way
it
works.
Utes.
It's not the way it works. Like how in the Latin culture, Vic, you know this. There's a hierarchy of Latino. Like people from Spain would look down on Puerto Ricans. But. And in the Asian community, it's the same way. Like Koreans look down on
Japanese
Vietnamese people, or Laotians. in Native American culture, there's a similar hierarchy, and like Cherokee is they're like
the regal ones.
They're the top of the chain, and where I lived in New Mexico, the Navajos were generally they're not way up on the chart.
They're the lower middle class,
but the Navajos.
Look down.
They look down on the Utes.
At least they're not the stinking Utes.
Yeah, the Utes are at flea bottom.
Yeah, that's what. So that's just in my experience in the
flea
Native
bottom reservation.
As someone who grew up around some Native Americans, I figured out the hierarchy and the Ute, very disrespected tribe by other Native American tribes.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I think I like Utah here. I just they're so good at home.
And Whittingham's a hell of a coach.
And you know what? Let's see this show on the road, Texas Tech.
Yeah, take it on the road.
Real easy to do when there's tortillas flying around.
Score some buckets and bring it home. This is the best opportunity you've had in 10 years to represent your conference, get to the playoffs. Go get this thing.
Yeah,
so
this is going to be.
I don't know if they're the most talented team, but they have certainly done their best to acquire as much talent as fast as any team in the country.
This is going to be a very fun game, I think. Let's see. What are the other? Auburn and Oklahoma. The Jackson Arnold Bowl. The Jackson Arnold Bowl, I guess, is the best way to call this one. Auburn is very beat up. Auburn's going on the road. And Venables he's got some plans on how to stop Jackson Arnold, is my guess. He's got an idea. Yeah, he's got an idea of where he needs to put his guys he knows the weaknesses. And while I'm not quite as in love with John Mateer as you are, I do think he's problematic for an Auburn team that is going to be missing some parts on defense. It's hard for me to pick against Oklahoma here. I do feel like they're just in better shape right now, and I do think that I do think this Oklahoma team has an advantage knowing so much about this quarterback.
It helps, but Jackson Arnold's a good quarterback. Auburn is they're under-talented, and Oklahoma has been as under-talented as they've been in 40, 50 years,
now,
but they're still.
Jackson Arnold's been very good.
Yeah,
Don't
he's
get
good.
me wrong.
But there's a reason why he left.
Yeah.
I'm infatuated with Mateer, and I do think if he has the game that I expect him to have at home at 3:00 in the afternoon, that he will be the odds-on Heisman favorite until we get a little bit more of that Miami quarterback, who I think will probably end up winning it as I sit today. That to me is the game of the week. Although it's going to be a great football game, I don't know what its effect on the SEC is. Because I think even the winner will be considered the bottom of the top of the SEC. You know what I mean? They'll be the last one you talk about as far as a contender. They'll be included with Georgia and whoever continues to win, A&M if they continue to win, but they won't be considered as the upper echelon. But the winner will be like, hey, they're in good shape if things shake out kind of thing.
Yeah. The thought, though, is especially now Auburn – if they win, they go to A&M after that.
Yeah.
And then they've got Georgia. They've got some tough games left still. But if Oklahoma wins, suddenly you look at their schedule and their next game is Kent State. They've already got a huge non-conference win over Michigan. Their next, and then they get Kent State, which is a free square, and then they play Texas. And
Texas right now.
Right now, Texas is not looking like a juggernaut. So let's say they win that. South Carolina's down. Ole Miss is certainly a winnable game at home.
But you're getting to the game that matters.
And then you get at Tennessee, at Alabama. Those are going to be tough, but I wouldn't say they're unwinnable. Like, Oklahoma could work there. If they can win this game, they could work their way into the conversation.
That's what I'm saying. They work the winner, and probably OU more than the other. But the winner gets considered, hey, you're up there with Georgia, and you're up there with LSU, and you've got all this. You've got a chance. And I don't think Venables would have thought that a year from now.
No, I would, and I certainly wouldn't have thought. I got to give credit where it's due. This Oklahoma turnaround is impressive because I thought Oklahoma had a real chance of kind of like quickly turning into a non-factor in the SEC. Like, and I don't mean just like for a season. I mean like I felt like they could fall behind a little bit and start to be just
Nebraska.
A mid-tier SEC program. Looks like they're not willing to accept that.
It's going to be hard, Texas fan, to watch this, but just watch Mateer play. There's not a more exciting football player in college right now.
And you'll get to see plenty of him in about 3 weeks.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting to there. Tulane is at Ole Miss. Tulane's 3-0. more I'm reading, it looks like Ole Miss is going to play Austin Simmons, even though he's clearly hobbled. That's a move. It's not the move I would make considering LSU's next week. I would try and make sure I get Austin Simmons right for that game, but maybe they because they snuck by Kentucky, they snuck by Arkansas. Maybe they don't feel like they've got the kind of team that you can just roll out anybody and get the job done.
We'll see if he plays.
Okay.
You know what I mean? If I'm Ole Miss, I'm acting the same way, but I think they can beat him without their quarterback. And I know Tulane's really good. They're a
strong.
good mid-level football team, but Ole Miss, Jimmy's should be able to beat them without their quarterback.
They should, but man, it's a big risk if you put them out there. I think. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into some of the other big games, including maybe a bigger than expected game in the Big Ten, a good battle in Florida. We got plenty more to talk about. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is GiveMeTheVin.com. We love to buy cars. People don't trust car buyers. People think the price is going to be wrong, and people think it's going to be a hassle. Trust, price, and ease of transaction. That is what we do at GiveMeTheVin.com, and that's what makes us America's best car buyer. Go to GiveMeTheVin.com right now and get a quote on yours.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
With Robinhood, not only can you trade individual stocks and ETFs, you can also seamlessly buy and sell crypto at low costs. Trade all in one place. Get started now on Robinhood. Trading crypto involves significant risk. Crypto trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Crypto LLC. Robinhood Crypto is licensed to engage in virtual currency business activity by the New York State Department of Financial Services. Crypto held through Robinhood Crypto is not FDIC insured or SIPC protected. Investing involves risk, including loss of principal. Securities trading is offered through an account with Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer.
Football is back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long, and you can play here in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. Love playing on Underdog because it's easy. You just pick whether you think your players are going to go higher or lower on particular stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, rushing yards. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash, and you can play for as little as $1. So download the Underdog app. Sign up today with promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR. Millions of fans have won billions of dollars making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Again, promo code STAR on Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic, made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, you can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports.
and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've been representing people injured in traffic collisions here in San Antonio for more than 30 years. After a collision, I've spoken to many people who wanted to believe that the other driver's insurance company would be fair and they really didn't need an attorney. They thought that the insurance company would pay their medical bills and do the right thing. I wish that were true, but trying to go it alone is a big, big mistake. If you have been injured, please know the other driver's insurance company has adjusters and attorneys working against your interest. If insurance companies were trying to get to heaven, I'd be out of a job, gladly. That is just not the world we live in, though. Call me as soon as you can if you are injured in a traffic collision. I do not charge anything to review your case with you. I'll tell you what you need to do and what you should not do. If you want a smart and fair result, you'll need to make smart decisions along the way. And that is what I do. You and I will make smart decisions for you and your family, and we'll get justice and fair results. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the HEB Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-1783. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-1783. That's 800-575-1783. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you gonna do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys are in Chicago taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Is that a rocket in your pocket, or are you just happy to hear us? It's the Cowboys from Hell with your hosts, Axeman and the Bobcat. Take it away, boys, and try to keep it clean.
Yeah, the Cowboys from Hell, Axeman and the Bobcat on a Friday, a freaky-ass Friday. You think freaky-ass Friday is a good one?
Yeah. That's crazy teen move. Hey,
or
Coach,
how about an FU Friday?
that's a FU Monday. Coach Schottenheimer's around the corner.
Yeah,
Bide
that's
your
right.
time.
Shoddy will have it around 8:35.
Yeah, run in there. Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's this band? Is this In This Moment?
Yeah.
See, that's production. See, that's what
Yeah.
the good producers do.
If you'd like to go see this band live and in person, live in living color, they got a hot lady singer
Yeah,
who might do stuff to you.
She's got torta legs.
Not a girl you take home to mom.
They're playing September 25th at the Bowen Center. But she is the kind of girl who will wear a vial of your blood around her neck.
Depends on how she got it.
Oh, you know how she got it.
If I gave it to her freely, I don't mind. If she took it without me knowing, we got problems.
In this moment, September 25th at the Boeing Center at Techport, 2 tickets. If you don't win them now, you can check out livenation.com. Let's go caller number 3. You'll win a pair of tickets to go see In This Moment. All right, back to the football matches. Michigan at Corn is a little bit bigger game than I probably would have expected it to be at this point in the season. Nebraska overachieving a little bit. They're 3-0 right now.
I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if you're looking for an upset.
Michigan's only a 1.5-point favorite.
I like Nebraska. I think that this is the kind of game that Matt Rule kind of circles and works toward and gets ready for. And Michigan's going to, is Coach there this week?
No. He's got one more week that he's out.
So minus not that it, but it does matter. I think this is one of those games to pay real close attention to.
To me, this Nebraska team, I don't know how good Cincinnati is because Cincinnati,
I don't either,
lost to Nebraska, and then they played Northwestern State, which isn't a real place, and they played Bowling Green, who is probably the worst team in D1.
So I don't judge that win.
And Nebraska handled their business, but other than that, Nebraska's also beat Akron, who is a bottom-of-the-barrel D1 team, and Houston Christian, who's not a D1 team. So far, so good for Nebraska, but it should be so far, so good.
Yeah.
But now, they're getting Michigan in their house. This is a good opportunity for Nebraska to get a big win here. To me, as much as I like Underwood, I don't like any of the guys around him. I just think this is a poor team around him. But I will say, last week, whoever this interim coach was, I forget who's even filling in for Sharon Moore. He decided I'm going to make a statement, and he absolutely buried Central Michigan. This is going to be a good game. I'm with you. I think gun to my head, I'm taking Corn. Don't feel great about it. Miami and Florida is a very interesting game. We would look at Florida totally differently right now if
absolutely
if DJ Lagway only threw 4 interceptions instead of 5 or whatever. He basically did. Florida's defense did everything they needed to do to stop LSU. DJ Lagway is the only reason that Florida didn't beat LSU. He is the only reason.
Yeah, but he's the best they got, so it's not like they could turn to anything else.
That's the problem. What are they going to do? And here's what I do know. Carson Beck is going to throw on this team.
I think he's headed toward a Heisman, man. I really do.
I know this is a rivalry game. Typically in these games, I don't like to lay big numbers. This started out 7.5. It's up to 9.5. I think Miami can put it on these guys. Florida, things are unraveling. I say they're unraveling, but what I do know is they haven't quit. Like it was the LSU game showed me that Florida didn't quit. They lost that South Florida game, which was gut-wrenching. They had their hearts pulled out of their chest on a stupid-ass penalty, cost them a football game they should have never lost. To follow it up with that LSU game, they could have easily won. And if Florida was 3-0 right now, we'd be going, man, this team's really cooking. This is a great game. I just think that Miami, think back, the only way Florida's going to be able to move the ball is running because you can't trust DJ Lagway to put it in the air. Miami shut down Notre Dame's running game.
Yes, they did.
So if you can shut down Jeremiah Love, you can shut down just about anybody.
This has the look and feel of one of those old school Miami dance off the field Florida beatdowns.
I kind of think so too. So I like Miami this week. Illinois at Indiana. This is a really fun game. Indiana's up to a 6.5-point favorite. Man, they are taking a lot of money.
Yes,
that's a bold strategy. I mean, Illinois is good. But I still lean to Indiana getting the job done at home.
Hey, go Google that coach.
Yeah, it's Kurt Cignetti.
Go Google him.
And then Michigan State at USC. This is so wild. That's a 10 o'clock game, which means it is a 1 a.m. body clock start.
Those USC kids are used to staying up late.
Oh, man.
I think they're going to pants them. I think USC's low-key going to surprise the Big Ten. They're not going to win anything, but they're going to knock a team or two out of the Big Ten contention.
I just can't imagine Michigan State, these Eastern time zone kids, heading out to the West Coast and starting a late game. They're going to be beat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm with you. I like USC as well. All right. let's hit a break and make sure we get back in time to talk to Coach Shoddy. I'm going to tell you about Underdog. I was on Underdog last night. Oh, Ray Davis. He's what killed me. I had higher than 5.5 carries, and he got 0 carries. That is a killer, friend, and that's sometimes it goes like that. I was 3 out of 4. Would have been big bucks. They had a boost for me and everything. And that's what Underdog will do is they'll play these boosts where you can boost your profit up by 40% if you play within a certain game. But you know what? I'm back in the saddle. I'll be right back at it again tonight. Baseball, WNBA. There's something every night to play on Underdog, and of course, I'm going to have a couple things set up for Saturday and Sunday for football. This week, certainly, I'm gonna be looking at Rob's guy, John Mateer, to make some things happen. I'm gonna go higher on John Mateer's rushing yards. I think that him playing with his legs is going to be a big deal. Guys, it's so easy. You pick who your favorite players are. If they're going to go higher or lower on their stats, you get them right, you win up to 5,000 times your cash. It's very simple, and it's very enticing. I got to tell you, you can play for as little as $1. Download the app today. Sign up with our promo code ALAMO, ALAMO, and you could score $50 in bonus funds when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. You could be next. Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared one trouble spot, 410 eastbound, that off ramp to 281. That wreck has cleared. The connector ramp now reopened. New trouble spot, 410 southbound approaching I-10, accident right lane, and that has you stop and go from 35. So about a 15-minute delay. And I-10 eastbound FM 1518, that stall is in the right lane, 15-minute delay back to 1604. And 281 southbound approaching Hildebrand, that stall now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Props to this year's tournament. The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This report is sponsored by Prime Big Deal Days. Looking for a kitchen upgrade? Prime Big Deal Days are coming. But even if that's not on your list, there will be deals on all kinds of must-haves. Up to 40% off. Shop Prime Big Deal Days on October 7th and 8th.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, it is a Football Friday. We're going to be live from Ferris Stadium for a big high school matchup.
And we'll get you ready for the big matchups this weekend in college football and, of course, Cowboys-Bears on Sunday.
And the Texans, can they get a win at Jacksonville?
They need one.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Just got in from my smoke break.
Smoking Marlboro Red.
That's right. I went out to my car to smoke out in the, I drive a 88 T-Bird.
Jeez. You have a vest on?
I drive an IROC Z. Oh, I'd be
with
so
original
badass.
rims.
That's right. That's right, baby.
Little Bondo on the hood.
Hugo says, AJ, you can have a case of Hopadillo tonight. By the way, we'll have Brian Schottenheimer on here in just a moment, talking about week 3. No Hopadillo for me tonight. Rob and I are going to a gala.
You're going together?
Yes, we're going together.
We see other people
in cowboy hats. It is.
Wait, with zip-up boots.
It is. It is like a Western themed thing. What is this thing we're going to?
I don't know.
It's the Bob Wills. It's some sort of charity thing.
It's a charity event. Yeah.
But they got open bar, so
I'm there.
I ain't drinking beer tonight. I'm going booze,
It's a
baby.
casino night. We're gonna be
That's
gambling
right.
out of
That's
the
right, baby.
Hyatt Hill Country with the hoi polloi.
And but yeah, you gotta dress like dress Western.
You a real cowboy?
I'm gonna have on my cowboy hat, my straw hat, and my alligator boots.
Nice.
I'm doing it big, man. People are gonna think I'm a real cowboy. And they're going to ask, like, hey, man, can you come over and brand some cattle for me? And I want to say, no.
Do you have any cattle for sale?
Yeah. And I'm like, hey, partner. Well, hey, listen, man, let's just have a good time tonight. You can ring me up tomorrow. We'll talk about business. And I'm trying to have a good time tonight. That's what I'm going to say. I might even keep like a hay straw in my mouth.
Oh, yeah.
That would look good, right?
I know a lot of cowboys that have hay straw in their mouth.
Like Hillbilly Jim.
Yeah, that's what you're going to come across a little hillbilly if you do that.
You don't think that'd be a good look?
I don't know of anyone that walks around with a straw in their mouth.
But I could, and I could be the guy, and people would be like, "Oh, that guy's authentic."
Hey, is that
No,
Jethro?
you need to be chewing on one of those little bitty cigars like Clint Eastwood did.
Little cigarillos.
Little
That's a good
cigarillos
idea.
in your front pocket.
I do. I still have one of those that we got in Oxnard. That
Oh, really?
I'm not sure that's accepted.
I don't know that it is either. It's got a
Roll the dice.
it's got a glass end. I don't know. That's a good thing. That's how you know it's fire, when it's got a glass filter on it.
Ugh.
All right. We're waiting on Brian Schottenheimer, get his thoughts on the game, and I imagine he's in an upbeat mood after getting his first win as an NFL head coach. Got to feel good to get that out of the way.
Especially
certainly
how you get it.
Oh, no doubt, and getting it over your rivals, your division rivals.
The takeaway from this, and it's such a small part of the game, but the special teams part of the Cowboys, it looks like it's going to pay for the rest of the season. Between Aubrey's ability to kick from 60-plus and Turpin's ability to either frighten the teams into kicking out of bounds or actually returning it to the 35 or 40 on a regular basis, no team in football has had a better opportunity to score early on because of the new special teams rules than the Cowboys. Butter Aubrey has just been a ridiculous godsend for
Not only in early game situations, but also think about late game situations. Like, when you decide, like when teams are making a decision, do I want to just take a field goal and go up 1 here and then give the ball back to the Cowboys, or do I feel like we've got to go for a touchdown because they're going to get a field goal here?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, it could be, there could be 15 seconds on the clock and the Cowboys could get into field goal range with those 2 weapons on special. It is a crazy thing to have.
Yeah, watching the game last night, watching the errant field goal there at the end of the first half, and Pledger jumps in our group text and he reminded us, isn't it great to know you got a kicker like Aubrey sitting on the sidelines where that kind of crap isn't going to happen?
Yeah, that was a little frustrating last night. Art says, has AJ declared war on the human race? First the Native Americans, next us Hispanics, now ranchers. I've not declared war on anybody. I was just telling you what I've learned culturally of the hierarchies. I'm in no position to judge where people sit in the hierarchy. All I know is, and Vic, as our resident Hispanic, you agree there is a hierarchy of Latinos, right? At least a perceived hierarchy.
When I lived in Florida, where it was the first time I'd lived amongst other Latinos other than Mexicans.
Mm-hmm.
And there, the hierarchy was the Puerto Ricans hate the Cubans.
Oh, yes.
And the Cubans hate the Mexicans.
Puerto Ricans and Mexicans also
and
don't get along.
They equally detest the Mexican because the Mexicans were there first, and they were the ones that owned all the orange farms, and they forced the Puerto Ricans and the Cubans to do all the harvesting.
Yeah,
that's the story that I got. So you're kind of like, y'all get along? No, we don't get along.
I'm not here to take sides. There's good and bad people on both sides. Believe me. No, I'm not declaring war on anybody. All right, let's go to the Buyers Barricade guest line, and brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds is the head coach of your Dallas Cowboys. Mr. Brian Schottenheimer joins us on the show. Coach, how are you this morning?
Howdy, Coach.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday, man.
Happy Friday. Big win for you guys. You got to be feeling good getting that. How did it feel getting that first one out of the way and to do it at home and in, I would say, at least exciting fashion? What was the vibe in the locker room after the game?
First win. It was great to do it here in AT&T Stadium with our fans there. We certainly made it a little bit more interesting than we wanted to, but I do think there's a lot you can draw upon from games like that. One of the messages to the guys after the loss in Philly was, we have to learn to win as a team, and we have to learn to find ways to win, and we had our chances against Philly, and we didn't do it. And I think there's a lot of great things you can draw upon because we're going to be in those adverse situations like we were last week against the Giants at some point in the future, whether it's this week in Chicago, whether it's a couple weeks from now. And so I think we can draw upon that, go back to that, and say, hey, we've been here before. We know how to find ways to win. And so the juice was great, but again, it was one of 17, title opportunities that were afforded. And then so we got another great challenge this week.
Talk about winning as a team. Your special teams has just been extraordinary. Aubrey, we can't say enough about. And talk about Turbin returning the kick. Looking at the position you find your team in when you're receiving a kick, what's the benefit of having a kicker that you're comfortable with from at least 64 yards out and a kick returner that if they kick to can get the ball to the 40 at any given moment on a return kick? Shortened fields makes your life a whole lot easier, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. And here's what I would say, before the start of each half, we get from the special teams coach, Nick Sorensen, he gives us a line to make for the field goal. And that helps you as you start a 2-minute drive at the end of each half. And I'll be honest with you, usually playing at home with Nick, and I actually said this to Dak the other day against the Giants, and we needed a field goal. I was like, hey, the line to make's like the 50 or the 48-ish. And Dak was like, what? I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah. I can't ever remember another time when I was a coordinator where I was telling guys, hey, man, the line to make's around midfield and we'll be fine. But again, at the same time, we don't want to make a habit of having Brandon have to make those 64 and 70 type yard field goals.
70.
We want to, get a little bit closer, but such an incredible weapon. And here's what I love about Brandon. Here's a guy that, again, NFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Nickelodeon sent some slime over. He got slimed by Nickelodeon, but he's not going to change, guys. He's not. He's just wired the right way as a competitor. So what a blessing for us to have a kicker like that. And then, with Terp, man, I think the rule change has been really, really good. in terms of the touchback rule. And, now teams are forced to directional kick, and he's dangerous. We haven't gotten one out yet, but we've been close on a couple, and people are definitely aware of his talent and trying to kick away from him. And but he's got so much speed, he can usually get to most balls. When we've got the dual returners back there, he's usually able to get to most balls. And those two guys are just special. And that's why we give so much time to special teams every day in meetings and on the practice field, is because I believe this, and this is a Marty Schottenheimerism, it's your job as a football team to win at least two of the three phases, meaning you got to win at least offense and special teams or defense and special teams. And when you do that, you generally have a chance, if the turnover margin's not crazy, to be able to find a way to win the game. So special teams is huge for us.
Coach, there were 36 points scored in the first 48 minutes of this game, and then in the last 12, there were 41 points scored. What changed when the clock ticked over? When the clock ticked over to the fourth quarter in this game, and was everyone just exhausted, or how did this turn into a bonanza once the fourth quarter came around?
Well, I think you got really, two great quarterbacks going at it, head-to-head. Dak and Russ both played extremely well. You got weapons all over the field with George and CD, and then I think the world of Malik Neighbors and Robinson for them. So I think it really became a shootout, and it's just one of those games, guys, that, it's back and forth. And, I know when we took the lead with a few minutes to go, we felt great. We thought the defense was going to hold them out, and they popped a big play on us. But again, that's the adversity that we're talking about. When those things happen, the defense is going to bail us out at some point this season, and probably on multiple occasions. So, we don't check up, and they gave up the big play. We had to go back out there and force overtime, and we did it. But what I love is look at what our defense did in overtime, guys. They got two stops. Mm-hmm. I've never been a part of 5 possessions before in my 26, 7 years coaching in the National Football League. I've never been a part of 5 possessions in overtime, and the defense stood up twice, and Donovan Wilson's interception was huge.
Your running game is on par. I'm looking at your rank, 127 yards a game. Javante's got 151 on 33 attempts. You're going against a Bears team that gives up a few yards on the field. Without Cooper Beebe, talk about what the run game's going to look like, what you're attempting to do as you're trying to replace your center for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, again, the run game is what kind of makes everything go for us. Part of our football mantra is owning the line of scrimmage, and Cooper Beebe's a great player, but again, we're very, very confident in Brock Hoffman and what he brings, and this guy's intensity and the way he plays the game is on par with what we want in terms of world-class competitors. But again, the one thing that I will share with the fans and you guys is, when I was I love to study, staffs, and I love to study coaches. And so for the last, I'd say 4 or 5 years, I always had a staff depth chart that I would keep, in really up to date. And I'd talk to people over the summers and stuff and be, hey, tell me about people you don't know. Well, about 4 or 5 years ago, I heard about this guy named Clayton Adams, and he was a tight end coach in Indianapolis, and started tracking him a little bit and looking at his history. And then I met him and kind of watched the job he did with the tight ends in Indianapolis. And then he got hired as the offensive line coach in Arizona. And so my point is I really think that, Clayton Adams, our offensive coordinator, is just an incredible coach. I love the creativity that he brings to really the entire plan, tying it all together. But his ability and our ability as a staff to create the marriage and the moving parts that we do in the run game, I think makes it very, very difficult for a defense. And then you throw in there a very physical offensive line, a physical runner in Javonte, tight ends that love to get involved and love to, chop block and things like that, coming across and beat up defensive ends and things like that. I think it's just a really good formula. We're going to be tested this week. I know what the numbers say. I get it. They have given up some explosives, but again, this is a good football team. We're getting ready to go play. They've got good players on both sides of the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they're 0-2, but hey, man, this is the National Football League, and these guys will be a challenge for us, and it should be a heck of a football game.
If you're a guy who keeps an eye on other people's staffs, then I'm guessing at some point you wrote down the name Ben Johnson. What do you think of Ben Johnson as a guy who's still not even 40 years old, a young guy who seems to be a very creative mind offensively? What do you think his ceiling is, and how long do you think it takes for him to get things rolling here in Chicago?
Again, it's not going to take him very long. I think anytime you have the creative mind that he has, he's going to get that team. They play hard right now. They really do. And again, they played a really good Detroit team last week, and it kind of got away from a little bit. But I remember, tracking Ben, when he was in Miami and talking to Joe Philbin about him, who knew him and brought him to Miami. And I remember him going up to Detroit, and I remember when Dan, hired him. It was after the first year he made a change, and Dan promoted him. And there was a guy on that staff named Mark Brunell, who I coached and know very well in New York. He was a quarterback for us, and he was raving about Ben. So again, usually the good coaches, they shoot up the ladder fast, and Ben's no different. Don't know Ben very well, spent a little bit of time with him, but certainly have a ton of respect for him.
Should we be worried about your cornerbacks? Where's Trayvon Diggs health-wise?
Yeah, Trayvon feels good. I think, we had him in a little bit of a ramp-up, mode against Philadelphia. He ended up playing, I think over 60 plays or so against the Giants. And, again, the biggest thing for us in the secondary, guys, we just have to communicate better. The hardest thing about playing team defense, man, is it's got to be all 11 guys together. And the standard was not the standard from a pass coverage standpoint last week, and we know that. The players know that. We don't hide from those things. We showed those things on Monday, but the communication has to be better. The communication will be better, and that's what the emphasis has been this week. It's been sharing information, and again, we're going to be challenged because Ben does a really good job with shifts and motions and movements and things like that. But again, we did it against Philly. We just didn't do it very well against the Giants. I think A.J. Brown had one catch against Philadelphia, and so again, it's a new week, and it wasn't the standard. We know it needs to be better. It's been addressed. It's being corrected, and I have a lot of trust and confidence in our players that they're going to go out there and play well on Sunday against the Bears.
Well, I know it sucks when you got a banged-up secondary. You see Russell Wilson out there chucking it around on you, but it's got to feel good to watch the film this week and see that the Bears, probably without Jalen Johnson, who's their best secondary guy, might be without their other starter, Kyler Gordon. You feel like there's some things to take advantage of on that Chicago Bears team through the air this week?
Well, I think they're definitely beat up. I think that's unfortunately part of the game, and it's no different than us, going in without BB and Deron Bland and things like that. So it's part of the game. But I will say this, man, Dennis Allen's a damn good football coach. I've always had a lot of respect for him, even going back to when he was the head coach with the Raiders, and his defenses are very, very multiple. So he'll have something in store for us, something we haven't seen, something that's not been scouted up. And again, I think we're going to have to play well, and we're going to have to be balanced and run the ball well and use the action passing game. But it'll be a good challenge for us because again, ton of respect for Dennis Allen, and it's always good to go on the road and deal with the crowd noise and things like that.
This is a strange question. Are there any quirks about Soldier Field that you had to work on or be prepared for? It's been a long time since I even paid attention to that field. Do you do any of that kind of scouting?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, actually, our equipment staff talked to the guys that played up there in Minnesota, and it sounds like they resodded it right before the first game against Minnesota, and that it's holding up great. So sometimes you always do a little bit of intel from the teams that have played up there, but like anything, if it does get wet and it rains a little bit, it can become a little bit slick. But I've heard that it's in great shape and playing quite fast for a grass field.
Coach, you're a guy who I know does a lot of studying of quarterbacks. What did you think of Caleb Williams, like when he was coming out of college, and what do you think's holding him back from reaching the potential that everybody thought he had, and do you expect him to do that at some point?
Yeah, the answer is absolutely. Anytime you're the number one ranked player in the country as a high school player, and then you become the first overall pick in the draft, and you're a standout in college, generally it translates over. I would just say my opinion is the guy's arm talent is uncanny. He's got an incredible arm. He can make all the throws, velocity, touch, change arm angles. His ability to move and improvise, I think, is special because he can hurt you not just as a runner but as a thrower. But he's a young quarterback, man, and it's the hardest position to play in all of sports. And now he's got year 2. He's got a brand new system. I think what the Bears did good is they obviously have committed to Ben. And I think, sometimes these guys get forced to learn multiple systems, and that's hard, man. And again, I think the best thing that they've done is they've married, Caleb with a guy like Ben that will maximize him. And the answer to the initial question about will he ever become the player that they think is I believe so, just because the talent's there. And I really do think that Ben and that staff will get the most out of him. And he's got weapons, guys. I mean, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Rome's a great player. DJ's a great player. DeAndre Swift, what a great runner that is. And the cupboard is not bare up in there in Chicago. Like, again, this is a damn good football team. I know their record's 0-2, but they present a lot of problems with you really in all 3 phases.
Well, let me ask you a follow-up to that, but I want to be clear, totally unrelated. This has nothing to do with Caleb Williams. But would you rather have an A-level talent quarterback who is less than coachable or a B-level talent quarterback who's extremely coachable? What's your preference as a coach?
I mean, I'm always going to bet on the talent. I am. That's just because I feel like my personality is the type that I can get the most out of them, and I can find a way to connect to those players and bring the most out of them and get them to know that I care about them as more than just football players, but as people. And so I'm never going to bypass the talent, man, because there's some things that these players do that I'm in awe of. And you're like, okay, I did not teach them how to do that. CeeDee Lamb makes some catches some days. I'm like, yep, never taught him how to do that, man.
Well, you need to start taking credit, Coach.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's times I think about it. Yeah, we did a drill. Yeah, this one time we did a drill to handle that. But that's not the case. So I would always go for the talent.
Well, speaking of taking credit, your quarterback is on fire. He's playing as good as he has in the last several years, and we know who Dak is. But what has been different this year than maybe last or the year prior? Because he is really playing well right now.
Well, I think there's a confidence to Dak's game right now, which is great to see. I think, the one advantage that I feel like that Dak and I both have with all the new hires and, new coaches is that we know each other, right? And so our ability to communicate, our ability to be on the same page is a little bit unique because we've been around each other for so long. I think that's important. But I just think his footwork right now has been really, really good. He's playing really firm on his back foot. He's playing with a base, which is something we've talked about when he's standing in the pocket. We don't want him straight-legged. We want his feet, about shoulder width apart, because, windows open and close so quick in this league. And I think he's doing a great job with that. And again, I just really think that, our ability to use him both, from under center and in the gun has been really good for him because the different protections and stuff we're using and moving the launch point and stuff like that, all the while tying it into the run game has made it to where he's just very, very comfortable and confident in what we're doing. And it doesn't hurt to have a couple studs out there on the outside and like in George and CD and Fergie, had a great week last week and Terp's a weapon and then turn around and hand the ball to Javonte Williams. So he's got a lot of weapons, which helps with the confidence as well.
Coach, you had Jadeveon Clowney in Seattle in the building when you were up there. What do you think he brings to this team, and do you think he'll be bringing it this week?
We got to get through today's practice before we finalize any of the roster decisions. And but I know he's working really hard to get out there. And what I love about him, he's a damn good football player. And he's not just a pass rusher. He's a guy that can junk up the run game because of his length and his ability to move and quickness and all that stuff. And but I love the fact that the first couple of days he's been here, he's really been doing a great job of diving into teaching some of the younger players. My first experience with him here was out there at Wednesday's practice right before stretch, and he was literally talking with Isaiah Land, one of our young rush players, and was just taking him. They were talking pass rush moves, and that's the kind of stage that Jadeveon's at in his career. He wants to win, he wants to help win, but he also wants to be able to give back. And to me, that's you're catching a guy at the exact right time when he wants to do that.
All right, Coach, the big question about Chicago. You're headed up there. Are you when it comes to the pizza, are you a tavern style, the crunchy thin pizza?
Real pizza, as we call it?
Or do you like the deep dish pizza that almost is like a lasagna?
First of all, I'm a pizza Second of all, I don't think there's a right answer. But if you guys are going to put me on the spot on a Friday morning, what I would say to you is, if I'm in Chicago, baby, I'm going deep dish.
I'm with you. I think Rob is against it, but I am. I'm a deep dish man.
Come
as
on,
well,
Rob.
Coach.
Come on,
Nothing
Rob.
like a good bowl of lasagna. I'm not against it.
You're just doing it wrong,
sounds
baby.
like you're against it. Yeah, I mean, meat lovers, deep dish, Chicago-style pizza, baby. That's hard to beat.
Oh, and you're always full. If you eat that cracker thin, you're never going to
If
get
you
full.
can't fold it, what's the point?
You can't. I mean, you break it in half with that thin crust.
If I have to take it with a bowl, I'm not eating pizza.
It's like burnt pizza.
I love it.
Totino's. All right, Coach. We appreciate the
Thanks,
time,
Coach.
and hey, hopefully we're talking to you after a win again next week.
Awesome, guys. Appreciate it, man. Have a great day.
You too, Coach. Thank you, Coach. Brought to you by AA Best Bail Bonds, of course, and everyone joins us via the Buyers Barricade guest line, providing traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond online at buyersbarricades.com. All right, 1 hour of programming left. We got to do the status, right?
We got tickets to Cage the Elephant.
Oh, man, we got plenty more to get into. Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for, from smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Carbach Brewing was not born in San Antonio, Texas, but they have certainly gone out of their way to make San Antonio their second home. We had the head brewer come in, and he said when they first started to reach outside of Houston, San Antonio was the place they wanted to be, and does it show. Carbach beer is all over our great city, from their in-your-face flagship IPA, Hopadillo, to the Ziegenbach, to their bestseller, the Love Street, their Kolsch-style blonde. There is something for everyone in Carbach's lineup, and it is all over the place. Of course, you're going to find it at the grocery stores. Of course, you're going to find it at the liquor stores, but it's also at a bunch of bars and restaurants around town. They wanted to make this their second home, and that's what it's become. So when you're out, you're watching the games at your local sports bar, your local restaurant, your local hangout, you're thinking, I want to elevate my beer game a little bit. Well, friend, wherever you're at, they probably have some Carbach either on tap or in cans. So when you're out and about doing your thing, go ahead and make sure to ask your bartender to please make it a Carbach.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Coach Saban here, and let me tell you, every second matters. Preparation is everything, and that's why I trust Kidde Smoke Alarms.
And as North America's #1 home fire safety brand, they're built to respond over 25% faster to smoke detection. Kidde helps protect what matters the most. Find it at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. #1 claim based on total household installations as of December 2023. 29% faster average smoke detection based on internal testing of smoldering wood fires for Kidde 9th edition versus leading competitor 8th edition products.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, turn your military rank into college credit. Eligible enlisted service members and previously enlisted veterans may receive up to 12 credits for select undergraduate courses based on their rank, and up to 90 credits in total for prior learning, military experience, and training. Visit umgc.edu/SATX to learn more.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys tailgate tour presented by HEB.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Just cleared one trouble spot, 410 eastbound, that off ramp to 281. That wreck has cleared. The connector ramp now reopened. New trouble spot, 410 southbound approaching I-10, accident right lane, and that has you stop and go from 35. So about a 15-minute delay. And I-10 eastbound FM 1518, that stall is in the right lane, 15-minute delay back to 1604. And 281 southbound approaching Hildebrand, that stall now off to the shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
Thursday Night Football, the Buffalo Bills beat the Miami Dolphins 31-21 behind Josh Allen's 3 touchdown passes. The Dallas Cowboys are in Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. You can catch the game live on San Antonio Sports Star, pregame at 2:30. Friday Night Lights are in action, and we have your high school football game of the week on San Antonio Sports Star. Tonight at 7, Sotomayor takes on O'Connor. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Morning Huddle 94.1. Thanks to Coach Schottenheimer for joining us.
Yeah.
Courtesy of AA Best Bail Bonds.
Yeah.
I guess, Coach, like what I like about Coach is he never acts like he wants to get off the phone with us.
No.
But apparently, on the back end, they get the Cowboys people are like texting Edwin,
Yes,
like, "Hey man,
wrap it up." But we're not getting those texts, so we don't care.
Yeah, I don't see that.
They don't have my number.
What can I do?
I'm not answering them.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you.
What's this? I thought it was a
bill
collector.
And it feels like he liked talking about pizza. He wanted to keep the conversation rolling. So, all right. You know what, Vic?
Talk to me.
Let's play our game,
Let's
baby.
do it. All right.
Robbie.
I'm letting it build.
Okay.
It's now time for the next edition of
Stat is Right.
Yeah, I was going to. The Stat is Right. I'd like to introduce to you a host of our show, Mr. A.J. Barker.
Thank you, Robbie. Great job as always. It is the final edition of this week's Stat is Right.
And you want this.
We've got 4 contestants qualified. We've got room for one more on the
gonna be
board.
going to
One more.
What I will assume will be the game of the week next week.
Oh, man.
NFL world will have their eyes on Cowboys Stadium.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, people are going to be pumped for that game. Let's see. I wonder if that is the game of the week next week. I guess if the Cowboys, if
3 o'clock on Sunday, but
a lot of it depends on what they do this week.
Oh, absolute truth. But we expect both teams will be in good position.
The Ravens are at Kansas City next week.
Oh, crap. Well, okay. The second best
the
game of the
second
week.
biggest game of the week, maybe. But it is Sunday Night Football.
Oh, this is Sunday night game.
It's Sunday night game. Oh, yeah.
Man, what a glorious place to be.
Yeah. For whatever reason, the 3:25 game on Sunday is Bears-Raiders.
Dude, I would love to be in Cowboys Stadium next Sunday night. That's going to be a party. You got to take Monday off if you win this thing.
Been waiting all day for Sunday night.
Write that down.
Ravens-Chiefs also at 3:25, so I guess that makes some sense. Okay. Here's how the game works, friends. We give a stat, and if you're the lucky winner, if you're the lucky caller, you get to give your best guess on the stat. And after the game this weekend, on Monday, we'll announce the winner. Somebody is going to be going to that game a week from Sunday to go see the Cowboys and the Packers. But the game is for this week. Brandon Aubrey. How long will Brandon Aubrey's longest field goal make be in Sunday's game against the Chicago Bears? Caller number 5.
Cinco.
You will get to play the game and give your best guess.
Now, I might need to go back and rewind, but did I hear Coach Schottenheimer say 70 yards?
I heard him say
did
70.
Did he say 70 yards?
He did. He said, we don't always want to be kicking from 64 or 70.
Or 70.
Just threw it out willy-nilly.
That was a random number to throw out there, Coach. I think that you might have practiced from 70.
We don't want to always try to make 78, 90-yard field goals.
Not that he can only make a 72.9-yard field goal.
Yeah, 110-yard field goal,
Wow.
I'm just saying, you might want to adjust high.
Yeah. So, I'm interested to see what the limits are. But, yeah, what I want to know this week is how long will Brandon Aubrey's longest make be against the Bears?
Monday. Let's tell everybody what time they need to be here to find out if they won or not when we announce it.
I'm sure we'll call. We'll call them, but 7 o'clock.
7 a.m.
Yeah, 7 a.m. We'll announce our winner.
All of our listeners, 7 a.m. You'll know.
That's right, baby. That is right. And let me know when we get the contestant, because once they're locked in,
that's it. We can discuss numbers.
We can talk numbers, and I'm interested to do that. I want to see where the people guessed this week. So should be fun. All right. Man, that was a good conversation with Coach Shoddy. My takeaway was he thinks that this defense has more than we've seen so far.
And I think I completely agree, and I'm not sure how healthy Diggs is.
I'm not either.
I don't think he's
tell us.
No, he's not. But there of the one consistent worry I think every Cowboy fan has after 2 weeks is the pass defense last week was atrocious, and our best guy was getting burnt.
Nobody wants to hear this. And I understand it, but I'm the guy who has to say the hard things to you, the hard truths. There's a real world where maybe the Cowboys' back-end guys have always been just kind of good, and when you've got just kind of good guys on the back end and a world-class pass rusher, it makes kind of good guys look really good. And not having the pass rush is hurting this team even more than banged up guys or guys missing in the secondary.
I think that's very plausible.
It just covers up so many flaws, man.
Yeah, there's reasons and there's excuses, and I think this kind of plays into both with the defensive back. There's a reason they were so good, and it was an excuse when he's not around why they're getting beat. That's the worry right now, and that's a place where they spent a lot of money, and there's been not a lot of returns so far. Now, the good news is I think they're going to be able to kind of dominate the time of possession against the Bears. I think they're going to be able to run the ball as much as they want. So I don't think that the Bears are going to be in a situation where they're going to be chucking deep balls consistently, even though he does throw a good deep ball. I don't think I'm nearly as worried about them as I was well, I shouldn't have been. But I turned out to be worried about Russell's deep ball because one, they don't have a Malik Neighbors. They got some good guys, but they don't got Malik.
Right.
And two, nobody throws a better deep ball anywhere in the world than Russell. So we had a kind of a perfect storm there. But it is a frightening thing to see the Cowboys back end just get torched like that. Just when worst possible time, that kind of stuff. That's the kind of thing that just rips your heart out when you play a good football game and you can't defend the deep ball.
Yeah, the Bears have actually done okay for what it's worth in time of possession. In the first game against Minnesota, they actually won the time of possession battle by 6 minutes, and then with the Lions, it was even.
Well, the Lions just kept scoring.
Right? Yeah, the Lions will score fast. But yeah, I just think they and that's why I'm eager to see Clowney get out there, because I think any type of like disruptor on that defensive line can help cover up some real flaws on this back end, and right now they are pretty flawed on the back end. All right, how long is Edwin going to talk to this guy? Does he got the notes yet? What are we doing here?
No, I'm waiting for him to type it in there.
Oh my gosh, Edwin, come on, man, we ain't got all day, Bubba. We ain't got all day to wait around.
I know, it's been like 5 minutes.
We're trying to do a. He's like, okay, what's your social security number? Estrada says hopefully they don't look past Sunday for the Packer game. Listen, I don't think the Cowboys, and if I didn't even ask Schottenheimer this, because I think the answer is we ain't good enough yet to look past anybody.
Man. You think we could bypass
you were just in overtime at home against what might be the worst team in the league. I'm guessing that they're not looking ahead. They're taking this week to week, and quite frankly, I think road games in the NFL, it's really hard to look ahead if you're playing on the road. It's real easy to get into a lull if you're at home. I think it's almost impossible when you're taking a road trip. Even against the worst teams, it's impossible.
Yeah, they ain't good enough to look past anybody.
No, I don't think so either. No, I think they're looking at this game as a game. I mean, this is even Vegas says this is a coin flip game.
Yeah, it's a matchup of pretty similar talent.
Yeah,
I mean, in different places, but pretty similar talent level.
Well, I mean, I think. And the line suggests that the Cowboys are a little bit better.
Yeah.
Like if they were playing this on a neutral field, the Cowboys would probably be favored by one. Instead, they're in Chicago and they're 1-point dogs.
We talked about it, and he brought it up, the stadium and the grass. I don't think that'll affect them much. We're kind of a speed team, but they seem to perform pretty well on grass over the years.
Yeah, but one thing that Shotty did say that is absolutely true is, and a lot of people don't talk about it because Caleb kind of gets the headlines in Chicago, but this is a team that does have a lot of weapons. DeAndre Swift is a weapon. DJ Moore, Roma Dunze, Zacchaeus, they've got guys. And the guy they just drafted, Luther Burden, was one of the best receivers in college football.
Mm-hmm.
They have got some weapons on that team. Cole Kmet has been solid for a long time. It's just a matter of can they keep Caleb upright long enough to get the ball out of his hands? Seems to always be the problem, and that's why I say the Cowboys have to get a pass rush on this offensive line. The Cowboys have to force Caleb Williams into some bad decisions. I think that's priority one.
Run the ball, keep the ball out of their hands. I think you win the game pretty comfortably.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about what's going on in the world outside of sports, and hopefully, if Edwin's done talking to this guy, we'll get the contestant numbers. We'll get all the answers for the stat is right. Let's do. Oh, I guess I can't. You know what? I will do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it right now. I'm going to get caller number 1. You're going to win tickets to Cage the Elephant October 4th at the Boeing Center at Techport. I got 2 tickets for you. October 4th, seeing Cage the Elephant. Caller number 1. And if you don't win those tickets, you can buy them at livenation.com. All right, we'll be right back. Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and happy Friday. As you get into your midday commute, we do have a trouble spot on the far east side of town. I-10 eastbound at FN 1518. That's a stall right lane. 45-minute delay. Stop and go from 1604. On Loop 410 eastbound Northwest Military Highway in the Castle Hills area, north side, accident right lane, slow from Fredericksburg Road. And a closure due to police activity on Goliad Road, both directions, northbound, southbound, between Global Way over to City Base Landing. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
The full steps to this year's The Blitz with Jason and Joe kicks off the party live at 2 p.m. So sneak out of work early, call it networking, and raise a glass with us. So whether you're playing in the Classic or just want to crash the party, you're officially invited to the Sports Stars Golf Classic After Party at the Break Room Bar off Pat Booker Road, Monday, September 29th at 2 p.m. sharp. Details at sasportstar.com. See you at the Break Room Bar. Golf shoes not required.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your motorcycle, RV, boat, ATV, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
How about them Cowboys? We rise as one in Texas, sporting handed-down silver and blue jerseys. We come together for America's team every time they take the field. So let's share a round of Jim Beam and lemonade on game day together, because people are good for you, especially for us in Cowboys country. Presented by Jim Beam, bringing fans together across Cowboys country. 40% alcohol by volume. Copyright 2024, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky. Drink smart. Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
This is Joe Budden. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So I'm here to make sure you don't miss any of the daily fantasy action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You hear that? That's the sound of your business losing money. Legacy phone systems weren't built for today's teams. OpenPhone gives your business a smarter way to stay connected. OpenPhone lets you manage calls, texts, voicemail, and contacts all in one place so that you and your team can deliver a seamless customer experience from ring to... Need to take calls on the go? OpenPhone automatically transcribes, summarizes, and highlights next steps from every call, so you never miss a detail. Need insight into what closes a sale? With OpenPhone's AI call tags, you can instantly spot key topics like objections or pricing questions, and use those insights to coach your team and level up every customer interaction. And yes, You can bring your existing number with you for free. Keep your team in sync and your customers happy with OpenPhone. OpenPhone. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try OpenPhone for free at openphone.com/sports and get 20% off your first 6 months. That's openphone.com/sports. openphone.com/SPORTS.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the H-E-B Plus, located at 4100 New Braunfels Avenue in Macrelis Market, San Antonio, from 9 a.m. to noon on Sunday, October 5th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by H-E-B.
NCE General Contractors, based in San Antonio, is one of the fastest growing nationwide general contractors with a focus on commercial new construction, design build projects, building renovations, tenant finish outs, site upgrades, and building maintenance. NCE President Brian Ehrlich's a former Madison quarterback and proud to support high school football in San Antonio, building relationships first and buildings that last. Learn more about NCE General Contractors online at ncegc.co. That's ncegc.co.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday afternoon at 3:25. The Cowboys are in Chicago taking on the Bears at Soldier Field. Pre-game at 2:30. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Good morning, everybody. Hey, I like to always, hey, did we get the numbers from Edwin?
Yeah, he got him in here. Let's see.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
First of all, I don't. If Edwin wants to come in and defend himself, I'd love to.
I think.
Edwin was on the phone with that guy for 7.5 minutes. Now
they were catching up.
Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like, hey, what's your name? What's your phone number? And what's your email address? And what's your guess? Right?
Yeah. 42 seconds. Done.
Okay. Edwin was on the phone with him for 7.5 minutes. I have to know what they were talking about.
I even reshared the Google Doc thing to him to just pull it up and type it in there, and nothing. I didn't get anything.
I got to know what's going on with Edwin back there. I want to know how he's making friends.
And they just hung up too.
7.5 minutes was the phone call.
That's what we do here.
Yeah. All right. Want me to go down the list of names?
Give me our names and give me their guesses.
Okay. Mike Morales, 69 yards.
Ooh.
Nice.
This is Tuesdays. John Coach, 56 yards.
Okay.
Eloy Solis from Wednesday is 44.5 yards.
Do we have a half?
No, we don't have a half.
We'll just say
we're just going to go 44.
44, yeah. Okay. Yesterday was Michael Alcoces, and that's 54 yards.
Uh-huh.
And today, Edwin's boyfriend, Justin Collier, 52 yards.
52.
Oh, not much wiggle room there.
No, so 54,
to 69.
52, 56. The longest one's 69, which is borderline 70.
I think, I think 56 might be the guy who's, either 56 or what was the lowest one?
44.
44.
That's what I'm with. I think
56
44.
and 44 have the best chances to win. Because 56 all the way up to 62, he would still be the winner.
Yeah.
And
what's his longest?
64.
No, 6.
66 is his
But even
longest.
when he made that one, he could have still.
Oh, he's got 70. The
all
coach
matter
didn't
what
say 70 without having seen him kick a 70-yarder.
But also, they're outside this week.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
On grass, and this is the Windy City. I can't.
It could either be behind him.
Yeah,
That's
it
true,
depends.
which would
Yeah,
help.
it all depends.
I don't know. I like right in the middle there. I think the bell right in the middle at 44.
Okay.
You got sway with 10 yards either direction.
Okay.
And anything under.
C-Note says, AJ, I like the Bills logo, but that Bills hat is dookie. It looks like a third grader drew it.
Exactly. See? You know what that third grader was? That's their quarterback. That's their quarterback drew that.
He can't draw,
That's
but he
John-
can throw.
Yeah, man.
He and our president don't do drawings.
I don't do drawings.
Don't do drawings.
Drawings?
Believe me, I don't draw women. I
draw buffaloes.
I draw buffaloes only. Believe me.
No,
Hey, Jay,
tell
you've
him
become very
why,
famous.
because he had to tell me to. It was for
No,
charity.
he said he knows it went for a good cause,
okay.
so
All
it's
right,
fresh.
all right. It is silly looking.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
Hey, you have to be on the inside, so it's one of those, if you don't know, you don't get it.
Rob, I'm a person who sits here on the radio and talks to a cat sometimes, a dead cat.
Oh, you don't have to.
I know. I'm a silly guy, Rob, so it's a silly hat for a silly guy.
Well, it's worth it. Well, it is silly.
All right, let's see what's going on in the world outside of sports. A fight broke out at Lake Worth Community High School in Lake Worth Beach, Florida. And when the fight broke out, some pepper spray was also broken out. 32 people were taken to the hospital after a pepper spraying incident. That's a lot of, and 10 to 12 more were evaluated and then taken home by their families. 32, though, had to go to the hospital after pepper spray was deployed. I don't know that pepper spray works as a de-escalation.
Well, it ends it. It'll de-escalate, but it doesn't solve a problem. Everybody's just rolling around on the ground.
The principal said the campus was safe and school continued as normal after that. You mean after 32 people went to the hospital?
Sounds like a riot to me.
Oh, I mean, good golly. I can't imagine they can't come up with a better idea than, I don't know, I guess just spray, pepper spray the entire student body. I don't know. How do you feel about service dogs?
I hate them.
Okay, I knew that you would.
I hate service dogs.
That you would. A restaurant in Lexington, Kentucky has been fined $25,000 for discriminating against a patron over her service dog.
Is it a real service dog or just a dog with a T-shirt on?
Now, this is one of those. Now, it's not like a seeing eye dog. I'm torn on these, man. Like emotional support animals.
There's a huge difference between service animal and emotional support animal.
What if you have PTSD and like you're a war veteran and you've got PTSD and the dog helps you stay calm?
This works. I'm all for it, man. I am. If this gets you through the day and the dog doesn't pee on my feet or bark at or bite me, dude, live your life. But at some point, you might need to just go on through your life without your emotional support guinea pig or whatever else I've seen people carry around.
Well, they have said she's been. This woman is a Navy vet. They unlawfully discriminated against her by failing to accommodate her at its restaurant. And it says even though she's a disabled individual accompanied by a service animal, they refused to give her a request to use the restaurant's restroom and presumably use its buffet table. So she was not allowed to do anything.
I don't care what service animal. You can't take it up the buffet table. But is it a service dog or an emotional support dog?
It is. I mean, it's a service dog. So I mean, this is a doctor has said this is what you need. It's got the official vest, and usually when they have the vest, somewhere on that vest they've got paperwork tucked in there that says
and it should. When I used to drive boats, people take their pets a lot of places. Sometimes they're necessary. Others they're just a pet.
Now, did you allow pets on your boat?
Yeah, show me your papers.
Oh, okay. But you weren't going to let someone
support cockatoo doesn't get to ride on the boat.
Okay. If someone was trying to carry their Chihuahua on, would you have allowed it? If it's a carry-on purse dog?
No, that's not a problem.
Okay, but you just don't want a dog
taking a dog on a leash. Like, makes me calm. No, well, you can stand and watch the boat.
Oh, that would not make him calm. I don't think that would make the dog very upset watching his person leave on a boat.
No, he gets to stay. The dog doesn't come on the boat.
Okay. Well, again, we'll $25,000 is the going.
Well, it should be. If that's truly a service animal, well, then you're truly in the wrong, man. How low can you be?
Again, I don't want to go. Again, I think there are different levels of disabilities.
Again, I don't know what her disability was.
So. And she doesn't have to say. So all she's got to show is a doctor's note saying, I need this dog.
And we are a little lax on that, though.
We're a little lax. Little lax. Do you remember Anna Delvey?
Oh, yes.
Anna Delvey.
It's very gauche.
I don't know if you, Vic, did you ever see the Netflix documentary about Anna Delvey?
No.
Very wealthy.
Not yet.
Anna
Probably will later.
Anna Delvey was a person who pretend like she is very wealthy. I'm an heiress.
And made up a weird accent.
Oh, wait a minute. Is this?
This is an older documentary. Yeah, it was like
the girl in New York that kept pawning off like debts on everybody else and staying free in hotels.
Yes.
Trying to build some kind of social club.
Well,
I remember that. Okay.
She yesterday she walked in Elena Velez's Spring-Summer 2026 fashion show at the New York City club, The Box. She hit the runway in a nude bodysuit, sheer stockings held up by a garter belt, and a plunging denim coat with with ruffles and exposed seams. And for her accessories, she had a white lace bonnet and her court-ordered ankle monitor.
Sweet. Did she bedazzle it? I hope they put some jewels on
it. Look at her. She's wearing this crazy suit, and she's got her ankle monitor for her.
An accessory?
Yeah, that's one of her accessories. Anna Delvey. This is a Louis Vuitton ankle monitor. This is like the best of an ankle monitor. You can't get this in the United States. You have to go to Anna Delvey. Had to go to.
Lord.
Yes.
Jeez.
Anna Delvey.
Well, so if she's able to, what's this ankle monitor for?
I guess it's like to make sure.
The city?
I think that's what it is. She's got a certain range that she's allowed to be in, but yeah, good look. That's a good look. I think making sure that you're everyone feels safe when the fashion models are.
If you haven't ever tried to hook up with a girl with a monitor on, you haven't really lived.
No, honestly,
the good news is you can get away.
There's honestly not many things hotter than hooking up with a girl. Like you take off her shoe, and as you kiss down her leg, whoop! Oh,
hey,
wow, what's going on?
That's interesting. What is this? This is for the security of others. My probation officer likes to know who I'm making love to. Where I'm at when I'm making my love.
Trying to get away, you know that you can get away.
And Anna Delvey Anna Delvey always has the best probation officer. Like a probation officer, you cannot get if you go to regular court. You have to go to a very special court for people like Anna Delvey.
So she got permission to. Remember, she did Dancing with the Stars. So
yes,
now she got famous and is.
Well, I mean, I think she got famous
already
before
famous,
that,
but now she. But because she got to go to do the Dancing with the Stars, now she's able to do a bunch of stuff because she abided by the rules.
Yes, Anna Delvey, abide by the rules. Anna Delvey.
She can travel to New York from New York to Los Angeles under her agreement.
Yes. And Anna Delvey could go wherever she wants, really, but she like to give these poor people that are in the government. She like to make them believe they have real power, but a real power come when you have money. And
she did bedazzle the bracelet.
Of course she did. What do you think I am, a plebe?
Real diamonds on her.
Norm.
Oh, you should have married Anna Delvey, Vic. You'd be very rich, very rich.
Oh, yeah.
You have lots of money. But she does not like poor people. Anna Delvey hates poor people.
I'm not poor. I'm broke.
Well, she doesn't like broke people either.
Well, the sad thing is she's broke ass too.
She is.
So we're equal.
But hey, she is big about fake it till you make it.
You want a bean and cheese taco?
She's really not that attractive. I don't understand how this is working.
I don't understand what you mean. I'm Anna Delvey.
If she was a complete knockout, I get it.
Well, but maybe if you knew that my father was
the Baron of
the Baron.
She's not a torta, right? No.
Oh no, she's not. Anna Delvey, I don't believe in body fat. That's for poor people.
She has a net worth. Vic, according to government records, you got more money than her. She has a net worth of $0. All of her assets have been seized to pay retribution to her
$20
victims.
richer than her.
And so you got more.
I got a net worth.
You're going to have to ask her to sign a prenup.
Rob is so stupid. He just believe everything he read on the internet.
You're going to have to sign my prenup, baby. This $50 is mine.
The internet is full of lies, Rob. I don't know why. Do you really believe Anna Delvey is poor? Look at my clothes.
She got $320,000 for Netflix to do that special, and she had to pay it directly to her victims.
Look at my hat with a potato on it. Do you think this is a hat of a poor person? No.
You're a brokey.
Oh, my God. I don't know why you say these terrible things.
She's fighting with ICE. They're about to deport her.
Oh, my God. You don't know anything. You believe the internet is so stupid. The internet is full of stupid.
She's a fake heiress. In a thong.
Honestly, my Anna Delvey might be my best impersonation.
That's good.
I don't know what she sounds like, so yeah, sure.
You don't remember?
But that's not her, though. That was an actor portraying what she thinks she... I've never heard her speak.
You know what? You're right. I'm only doing the actress. I need to know what Anna Delvey herself sounds like.
I think you sound a lot like the actress that from Ozark that played her.
Yes, Anna Delvey.
I assume she's a pretty good actress, so probably a pretty good facsimile.
You don't know F about S.
But that's but it's that accent that's from this like random European country that really doesn't fit.
I found her.
Let me hear Anna Delvey.
Okay, this is what she sounds like.
This is her?
I think so.
Well,
that's miserable. In that case, they did such a poor job in the show because
a little bit more exotic.
She sounds so much more like this. This is I choose to believe this is how Anna Delvey talks.
She looks like she talks like that.
So she's done some time. It might have been beaten out of her.
That person sounds like a regular person, not like a very important rich person.
I saw Orange is the New Black, and it changes you.
I'm very
yes, it does.
Anna Delvey is very rich and very important, and this is how important people talk. Not like that person sounds like a poor. All right, let's take our last break of the day. We'll come back. We'll wrap up the show with the Daily Lines. It's the Morning Huddle right here on 94.1 San Antonio. What a poor city. On Milan Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
You know the Rue Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Rue Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in DC.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up, like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Super Sale and get 40% off paints and stains September 19th through the 24th.
With prices starting at $29.39, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
The post-crib assembly press conference, brought to you by Progressive.
Michael, you had some trouble putting the crib together today. What went wrong?
You know, those instructions can be tough, and, well, you saw the outcome.
Were you upset when your wife pulled you and called in the backup?
No, I mean, the baby needs a crib to sleep in, so whatever it takes.
You've got a changing table to put together next. It's got a lot of drawers. What's your comment?
You know what? We're done here.
Like it or not, sometimes you need a backup. That's why there's Progressive to protect your home and auto. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
This is Joe Budden. You and I make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. So I'm here to make sure you don't miss any of the daily fantasy action this football season with Prize Picks, where it's good to be right.
Download the Prize Picks app today and use code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. That's code PLAYNOW to get $50 in site credits after you play your first $5. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
Football is back, baby, and Underdog is the best place to make your picks and win money all season long. You can play it in Texas, too. Guys, it is fun, it is exciting, and it's a great way to get in on the action. Playing is so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more, and you get it right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. You can play with as little as $1. Is Dak going to go higher or lower on passing yards? Will CD score a touchdown or not? All that makes the game a lot more fun. Get in on the action at Underdog Fantasy. Download the app now. Sign up with promo code ALAMO to score $50 in bonus funds when you play the first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Summer's almost over, but the heat is pressing on. If you've got battery trouble, stop by AutoZone for free battery testing. It may just need a charge, and we'll do that for free too. If you do need a battery, we've got options starting at just $89.99, and we'll recycle your old battery for free. Now that's a strong start. Don't miss the end of summer sale, now at AutoZone until September 22nd.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Hey, Cowboys fans, want to kick off tailgate season with a Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rowdy, and a Dallas Cowboys legend? Stop by the new HEB College Park, located at 7330 North Loop 1604 in San Antonio from 9 a.m. to noon on Saturday, October 4th. You'll even have a chance to enter to win tickets to an upcoming Dallas Cowboys home game, as well as tour the Hall of Fame bus and more. Don't miss out as we roll into town for the Dallas Cowboys Tailgate Tour presented by HEB.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. We're dedicated to serving people 50 and up like me. Our needs are different. Big Wireless wants us in an unlimited plan, but if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used. At Consumer Cellular, we're focused on affordable, reliable plans, including data that suits your needs, not ours. Our plans start at just $20, and you'll get the best customer service in the business.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
That defense looks loaded to me.
You know, I don't have wet dreams when it comes to men, but when I think of this defense, I have, I wake my wife up in the middle of the night and we practice making babies because I'm that excited about this defense.
You going to be okay, ND? Do you need a minute?
Needs a cigarette, I think.
You might need something.
Started reaching for the baby oil, but then I was like, Puff Daddy bought it all, so I can't even get baby oil. That's what this Texas defense does.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
This is Jason Minix. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey. Morning Huddle 94.1. Let's go ahead and wrap up the show the way we always do, friends. Let's take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the Daily Lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
I went 1-1 last night. I won my baseball game betting against the Rockies. I lost with the Aces.
The Aces, I didn't bet the Aces. Asia helped. I lost on Josh Allen not getting 29 yards on the ground.
Aces are 9-point favorites in their in game 1 against the Fever.
So here, Becky is upset with the playoff format. The 1-1-1 does not favor the
better teams.
Better team because they're hitting the road early on. And it was, and Becky even said post game last night, this was all done for Caitlin Clark. This was all done for Clark, and now she's not even here, and we got to deal with this.
In a 3-game playoff series, what would be an acceptable format?
2-1 is what it used to be. Home team got the first 2 games. They changed it this year.
I mean, I think you can't do that. You got to give that team a chance to have a playoff game.
My point here is, ladies, get out of your own way.
Yeah,
just go play the game and stop bitching.
Yeah, that's a silly, it's a nonsensical thing to bitch about. Either way, Mercury are 2.5-point favorites against Libbity Bibbity today. That's the only lady basketball game. All right, to the NFL. Browns are 8.5-point dogs at home against the Packers. I like the Browns. I just think that's too many points for a defense that has been respectable. I think 41.5 is too many points. I think this thing goes under. And if the Browns have any chance of hanging around 8.5, it needs to. But I think the Packers defensively are going to raise hell, and the Browns have shown no signs that the offense is going to get going. They're terrible, but I think their defense is solid. I think they'll hold the Packers down. So give me the 8.5 points and under 41.5. Buccaneers 7-point favorites now against the Jets. You want to lay a full touchdown?
I might by kickoff.
See, I won't. I think I like the Jets more with Tyrod Taylor than I do with Justin Fields. Quite frankly, because Justin Fields just can't throw a football.
No, I'm just a big fan of Baker.
Yeah, I get it.
I think he's worth 7.
But, I mean, what does Baker do? Baker wins close games.
Wins football games.
Yep.
Just keep it more than 7.
Rams plus 3.5 at the Eagles. I've said I'm Team Ram this week. I think they at least hang in there.
2 really good teams, great game. I'm not touching it. Both of them are good enough to win.
Falcons laying 5.5 at Carolina. I'm staying away. If I had to play, it'd be the Falcons, though. I've got
the Falcons.
0-2 team at home. I would expect a good effort, but this is the Panthers, I just think they suck, man. 0-2 team at home facing a 2-0 team. Tennessee Titans catching 4.5 points. Any interest? No, I think I'll back the Titans this week too with 4.5.
Boy, you're taking the dogs this week.
I mean, it's just historically, this is what happens. These teams that are 0-2, they get undervalued. Everyone thinks they're the worst thing in the world, and especially when they go against a 2-0 team, everyone thinks the world of. Usually, the truth is somewhere close to the middle. Raiders are at the Commanders. Raiders plus 3.5 on the road.
Stay away till you know about the quarterback.
I think
man. Don't touch that.
Patriots 1.5-point home dogs to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You like the Steelers to get right this weekend?
Get right's a weird word. I just don't think it's going to be. They're not going to need that much.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I like the Patriots. I think the Patriots get a win here outright. The Battle of the Bastards, Cincinnati and Minnesota. Bengals 3-point road dogs at Minnesota.
That's a good number. I like Jake Browning as a quarterback. Minnesota's played with a bunch of different. I don't know. I'm afraid of this one. Who knows?
I'd take Browning with a gun to the head. Yeah. Texans are at Jacksonville. Jacksonville minus 1.5. I think we're on opposite sides of this one.
Yeah, if not now, win, Houston. If not now, win.
Seahawks 7.5-point favorites at home against the Saints. I think that one probably roll. I like the Chargers minus 2.5 hosting Denver. The Cowboys. Well, it's crazy. Every site you go to has a different number on this game. Cowboys minus 1 at Chicago on DraftKings right now. Even some minus 1.5s, and then there's also books that have the Bears favored. So it is all over the place. If you want to bet this game, you're going to be able to find a good number one way or the other.
Just take the under.
I think that's a good possibility too. 50.5 is the total. Arizona's at San Francisco. Arizona catching 3 at the Niners. I think I like the Cardinals.
I do too.
I don't expect Brock Purdy to play, and I think the Mac Jones looks really good thing is probably a lot more to do with the New Orleans Saints than it is with the 49ers.
Yeah, and Arizona's defense is solid, man. They've got a pretty good D.
And then Chiefs at the Giants. Chiefs laying 6 on the road. on Sunday Night Football. I don't bet big numbers with the Chiefs, but I can't back the Giants.
Not at all.
It's a full.
Well, I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I rarely root for them. I'd like to see them do something, but I don't think it's going to happen.
It's a full stay away from me. There's a couple games tonight. Well, one FBS game tonight. Oklahoma State, a 10-point favorite, hosting Tulsa. Oklahoma State sucks, man. They are really bad. Remember, this is the same team that went 0-9 in conference last year. They don't look like they're getting any better. They lost by 66 points.
Yes,
to
this
Oregon.
Is a terrible football team, and now the Board of Regents and everybody involved with the football program is regretting keeping Gundy around. They saw this coming last year. He negotiated his deal down to stay around, and they're still paying the price. UTSA fan, you better hope Gundy stays employed because one of the first calls they're going to make is to trade.
I think so, too. I like Tulsa to keep it close tonight, though. Big games tomorrow. Texas Tech at Utah. You can find Utah anywhere 3. You can find some 3.5s if you like Texas Tech. I think I lean towards Utah.
I do, too, but I want – go Tech. Come on now.
How about what do they call it? The Iron Skillet match, SMU and TCU? TCU.
That's this week.
That is this week. Yeah, TCU is 7-point favorite. I think they obliterate SMU.
Yeah.
I think SMU is not nearly as good as people thought they were going to be, and I think they might be in for a licking this week. I know some people care about this one, North Texas and Army.
I like North Texas, man. They're a good team.
I like North Texas, too. I think they are legit, and Army is still just not right. Civil War, Oregon State at Oregon. Oregon laying 34.5.
They're going to cover.
I think they might. Oklahoma laying 7 against Auburn. I think I have to back Boomer Sooner here. I just think that this Auburn team has a lot of injuries right now. Michigan's at Corn. Corn, a 1.5-point home dog.
I like Nebraska.
I think I do too, man. I think I'm on the dog with you on this one. Let's see what other big games of note.
Texas Sam Houston.
Oh God, you talk about a number that is 30. Oh, here's a good one. Before we get there, Baylor minus 2.5 hosting Arizona State.
What's that quarterback? Sawyer Brown.
Sawyer Robertson.
I'm a Sawyer fan. Tom. What's his Sawyer
Robertson.
There's a music.
Tom Sawyer.
No, there's a band named Sawyer something.
I think Sawyer Brown was a band.
What it was.
Yes.
Okay.
Indiana 6.5-point favorites now against Illinois. Miami 9.5-point favorites against Florida, as Rob likes to call them. Washington, a 19.5-point road favorite at Wazoo in the Apple Cup.
Wow, that's played early.
Yep. And they're not conference anymore. Yeah. And Texas minus 39.5 against Sam Houston. There is no way I could lay 39.5 points with this offense right now. No
it is
way.
So god awful. I'll say this. I tell Arch, man, you don't get out of the game until you throw 4 touchdowns. You better, if you throw them, you get to leave.
Here's a team I'll lay it with, though. UTEP minus 6.5 hosting Louisiana Monroe. I think UTEP is actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
UTSA laying 4 on the road at Colorado State.
Colorado State's a good foot. They're well coached.
They are well coached. But I think Jeff Traylor should be able to get that job
But
done.
this is going to be a tough one. That's a good football.
And
What's their coach's name?
Norvell, Jay Norvell.
Norvell's a good coach.
And then USC laying 18.5 hosting Michigan State.
And that's a 10 p.m.
10 p.m. start. 10 p.m.
Michigan State
start.
Need some 5-hour energies.
I'm only going to give you one Major League Baseball line today because that music means we're almost out of here. But Brian and the Mariners are in Houston taking on Hunter Brown and the Astros. Straight pick 'em tonight, baby.
Come on, Hunter.
Huge
Need some smoke
baseball
tonight.
game. Guys, enjoy the weekend of football. Blitz coming up at 2.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
Do Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis symptoms keep coming back? Tremfya, Gesell